at 325-203-2972. That's 325-203-2972. Bilbrey Real Estate says go Eagles and Lady Eagles. Brent Goff Financial Services has been serving the financial needs of individuals, families, and business owners for more than 24 years, striving to develop long-term relationships and providing viable strategies for every element of the wealth management equation. Visit Brent Goff Financial Services on 1187 in Aledo and ask him about retirement planning, financial planning, and risk management, or call him at 817-631-0816. Brent Goff Financial Services says, go Eagles!
When you need a new roof on your home or commercial property, give Brock Roofing and Construction a call. This is April Parr, owner of Brock Roofing and proud supporter of your Brock Eagles. We are family-owned, local, and will always put relationships over transactions. Think you have hail damage? We offer free roof inspections and can answer any questions you may have about the insurance process. Find us on Instagram or Facebook, or better yet, give us a call at 817-307-6153. Roll Brock.
Real estate in Texas requires attention to detail. Real estate in Parker County also requires attention to customer needs. At the Cates Group, we specialize in both. Whether it be residential, farming, ranch, or commercial, we provide the detail and service needed to get the best deal for you and to get it closed. Listing your property or finding the best deal in town? Visit us right here in Brock or check us out on our Facebook page. The Cates Group, your Brock real estate brokerage. Go Eagles and Lady Eagles from the Cates Group.
Fuzzy's Taco Shop is your one-stop taco shop for breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, hang time, game time. You get the picture. Our Fuzzy's Baja-inspired tacos, nachos, burritos, and fresh salads are perfect for any time of the day. Grab your ticket stub and head into your local Weatherford Fuzzy's today or tomorrow for free chips and queso with a $5 purchase.
For over 33 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has been providing prompt, professional, and friendly service to their customers throughout North Texas. Lightfoot Mechanical is the area's premier choice for air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical services. Backed by their exclusive lifetime workmanship warranty and their 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Call Lightfoot Mechanical today, 817-596-0309, or stop by 1026 Fort Worth Highway, or visit them online at lightfootmechanical.com.
Greetings to all you fans of the Brock Eagles. This is Mr. Jim from MrJim's.Pizza. Nothing goes together better than Eagles football and Mr. Jim's.Pizza. Go to MrJim's.Pizza. That's MRJIMS.Pizza. And order now. Use the code EAGLES and get 15% off your entire order. Go Eagles!
This is Pastor Clark Bozier of the Willow Park Baptist Church here at 129 South Ranch House Road, where on Sunday mornings we have services at 8:30, 10, and 11:30, and then again that night at 6 p.m. We are proud sponsors today of the interview with Coach Billy Mathis in his pregame show.
All right, we're here with Coach Billy Mathis, head football coach of your Brock Eagles. Coach, for teams that have a sense of playing in the 14th, 15th, and 16 games, and the 16 games of the season, you're probably going to see a really good running back somewhere along the line. You're probably going to see a really good receiver, a really good quarterback, and you're probably going to run into a really good defense. And then furthermore, you're probably going to have to go to the end of the fourth quarter. It may come down to the last play. This last week, you probably couldn't have drawn up any better picture of the potential that you might see later on in the season than when you play against a team like the team you guys played this week. Talk about seeing all the things you wanted to see through that game.
You know, it was exactly like you said, and that's what we looked for. That is the reason we want to come out here and get ourselves prepared. Hershey, running back, was as good as a running back that I think we'll face. When he got going north and south, he was hard to stop. And I was so proud of our defense for defending the way we did. We got on him. We had, every time he touched the ball, there had to be at least 5 or 6 guys on him. We held him under 100 yards until until overtime. I think we went over 100 yards there in overtime. But, we keyed on him, and we read our keys better this week. number 3, that big receiver that's going to SMU, heck, he just out-jumps us a few times, and that's just the way it goes. And, he caught that one touchdown there early. We were an inch away from having a sack on the quarterback, and he just threw it as far and as high as he could. The guy goes and out-jumps us. And, Reed Watkins had great coverage on him. He just, just one of those deals that happened. But, and you hate it. Man, you hate it because I felt like we played so well, and I felt like they had, they had a few lucky plays that really, got them over the top. But, it is what it is. The 2-point conversion that they got to where, looked like the guy was down and fumbled the ball out of bounds that they get called to them. And, there were just some things that, I felt didn't go our way. If they would have, we'd have won the football game.
And so far this season, after 2 games, have you got a sense of maybe who the heart and soul of the team is? Is it that D-line? Is it the O-line? Is it your skill position players? Talk about the heart and soul as you see it right now on the team.
Right now it is. It's up front there in the trenches. With our offensive line and our defensive line, those guys get down there because those guys are having to play both ways most of the game, and there's never a downfall when those guys go in there. It's tough to get down there in the trenches and play both one way. I can imagine going down there and playing 2 ways, but we have to do it, and we're doing it, and they're doing such a great job of going down there and just, winning the line of scrimmage most of the time, but I think we're all coming together really well as a team. I thought we were a lot better this week than we were the previous week against Pleasant Grove, of playing a full 4-quarter game and everybody doing their job and being, just more physical.
Whenever you have a schedule like this, there might come a situation where the talent on the other side of the ball or positionally is something that may be new for some of the coaches, that this guy is bigger than us. He's faster than us. He's stronger than us. What are some techniques, Coach, that you can teach me to go against and have success against this guy across the line? And when you see the things that number 3 did, how he jumped up in the air, well, I saw number 7 do that same thing last year in the middle of December. When you see the running back causing some of the tacklers not to be able to tackle him up high, maybe there's some things that the coaches say, heck, we need to go to the, some of our buddies to figure out, what do we do? How do we get our players prepared for this level of competition? Do you feel like you guys have gotten your guys ready? Or there's, they're just not believing in us, or they are believing in us? We just got to pick up our game and do what we're supposed to do on the field.
No, I think we had a great game plan against them. We try to double cover number 3 as much as possible, whether we were playing, cover 2 to him to get up there and jam him at the line and have a safety over the top, or have a linebacker sitting underneath him where the cornerback could sit over the top, and just sometimes, man, things happen and they make plays. It's just like us sometimes when we go and we just, go and make a play, going out, jump somebody or go and play. But, it's all in the technique and stuff. We go through everything through practice, through individual stuff, from pressing receivers, pulling receivers' hands apart, and just doesn't always work out perfect. But I'll say this, our guys, there was never any let up in the fight. We went out there and, they competed their absolute tails off, and there was no fear in, number 3 being who he is, or, 22 Peterson being who he was. We went out there and said, it doesn't matter who they are or where they're going or what, division, college they're going to. We're going to go out there and we're going to play together as a team. And we played very well as a team. I did some stuff as a coach that, I wish I could go back and change. I think that, really that ended up costing us the game. And I hate that for the kids because I felt like we played well enough. And there's a few things that I would change if I could go back, that I think that would put us in a better chance to win. But, getting out there and coaching it up, man, I think we do it as well as anybody. It's just sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't.
And finally, the fire that's in the team, sometimes if you lose a couple of games, you lose that fire and motivation. It seems like these kids on this team are even more motivated.
Absolutely. No, they're playing pretty pissed off right now. I'll tell you that. It's not it's not the standard around here to be 0-2 and be okay with it, And nobody's happy with, going and competing well, but we just came up short. I'm tired of hearing it. They're tired of hearing it. I'm tired of being 0-2. Winning's what we line up and what we practice to do. And I am proud of the boys, but, we're ready to get this losing streak over with and get back on the winning trail.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
see you guys down on the field.
Thank you.
Hey, that's great stuff from Coach Billy Mathis today. This is Clark Bozier of the Willow Park Baptist Church inviting you to be with us this coming Sunday. Now it's time to play some Brock Eagle football.
Pathway Rehabilitation Sports Therapy in Brock offers all forms of therapy such as physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Pathway Rehabilitation has been providing the highest quality rehab services to patients in acute care, skilled nursing, home health, sport, and orthopedic rehab since 2014. Give them a call at 940-490-0022 or visit their website at pathwayrehab.net. Wishing Brock the best of luck in tonight's game. Go Eagles from Pathway Rehabilitation.
Hello, Eagle fans. This is Dr. Chris Wusterhausen, the owner of the Research Clinic. When I founded the Research Clinic in 2008, my goal was to help as many Parker County residents achieve maximal health both physically as well as mentally. The Research Clinic is proud to offer bioidentical hormone replacement, vitamin IV infusions, a vast array of cosmetic procedures, stem cell and PRP therapies, as well as concierge medicine. If you're ready to see what the Research Clinic has to offer you, give us a call at 817-599-9902 or go to theresearchclinic.com.
Riverstone Veterinary Hospital in Brock offers a complete range of veterinary services, including routine vaccinations, hospitalization, critical care, major and minor surgery, dental services, and emergency calls. Dr. Ryan Cate and his staff at Riverstone Veterinary Hospital specialize in large and small animal care and also offer boarding services. Visit Riverstone Veterinary Hospital at 1421 FM 1189 in Brock, Riverstone Veterinary Hospital. Online at riverstonevet.com.
Watching warm-ups and all that, I see another level of intensity with Billy that I've never seen on the sidelines. This is year number 2. He come out of that tunnel with fire in him, firing these guys up, and I see some intensity in these guys that I haven't seen. I mean, these guys, I think Wimberley's fixing to run into a buzzsaw, guys. I'm going to call it. We're ready to prove something tonight.
All right, gentlemen, when we come back to the Eagles pregame show, keys to the game, and the District 4 3A report. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Brock Sports Network.
Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford is always committed and supportive of the community and the youth of Brock, and would like to invite you and your family out to visit their new family-owned dealership on I-20 West in Weatherford. Besides, everyone and their dog knows Roger Williams makes the best deals. Go Eagles from Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford.
Do you have some honey-do projects that don't ever seem to get done? Or maybe you're looking to build your dream home. Terry can do anything from changing out your light bulbs to building you that magnificent custom home. This is Michelle Harkness with Terry's Tool Belt. We are proud members of the Brock community and members of the Brock Business Connections. Check out our website at terrystoolbelt.com or give Terry a call at 817-360-6368 to see what we have to offer. Let us help you make your dream projects come to life and get rid of your honey-do list. Go Eagles!
Teskey's Saddle Shop is one of the most trusted names in the Western industry, with over 100,000 square feet of bits and spurs, saddle, tack and feed, and supplies. They also have the latest Western fashion in the boutique with names such as Cinch, Wrangler, Ariat, North Face, STS, and many more. And don't forget about Teskey's Outdoors, with everything from hunting gear, ammunition, scopes, and all the best in outdoor wear. Call 599-3400 or visit them online at teskeys.com.
For over 25 years, Texas Tire Sales has been the tire, wheel, and complete auto repair shop that Parker County residents turn to for fast, friendly service and top quality new and used tires at discount prices. Texas Tire Sales stocks over 10,000 tires and carries most all major brands including Toyo, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and many more. Visit Texas Tire Sales at 905 Fort Worth Highway. Buy local at Texas Tire Sales. Texans serving Texans since 1990.
This is Heath Wallace, owner of Wallace Spray Foam and Ameritex Concrete Services. For over 22 years, I've used the philosophy, do it right or don't do it at all. Same is true with Ameritex Concrete Services. Let Wallace do your next spray foam or concrete job to show you how it's done right. Visit us at wallacesprayfoam.com or call 817-992-1871.
You need to call Wallace Spray Foam. You need to call Wallace Spray Foam.
Welcome back to the Brock Eagles pregame show on the Brock Sports Network. Bobby Gordon, Eric Morris, Jaden Winfrey with you from Waco tonight. McLean Stadium as the Brock Eagles take on the Wimberley Texans. Gentlemen, I want to get both your thoughts on this. Eric, start with you. Successful programs, they just have a different mindset, don't they? Doubt can creep in. We've played sports. You're 0-2, maybe a little doubt creeps in. I'm not sure there's a better voice in the room than Billy Mathis.
Well, I think the three of us have heard the story. Billy Mathis has been to this stadium once before, the famous monster game at halftime. And one of his best attributes, besides just the coaching part, is the motivation part. And I don't know how many times we heard it last year at the end of the game. Jaden would say something to the nature of, good halftime speech or whatever it was. We didn't have a good first half, and Jaden would say something. Next thing you know, we're doing fantastic in the second half, and it was all about him motivating the players during the halftime. And he's got now, after 2 losses, he's got that opportunity to do the motivation through the week, and he's got the opportunity to do the motivation prior to the game. And I think these kids are bought in 100%, and we'll see it tonight. And I think just what Jaden was saying is we're going to see them not only come out early, but be there at the end. And I think tonight you're going to see something defensively from the Eagles that you may haven't seen before. You're going to see some offensive stuff that we're going to add in. We got the gold jerseys tonight, so let's get this thing going.
Jaden, it's a huge advantage having this coaching staff on the sideline and in that locker room, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. These guys don't act like an 0-2 team, no doubt. We're ready, guys. I got the chill bumps going now. I'm feeling it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break for the national anthem at the stadium. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
I love Willow Park Baptist Church. The minute you walk in the doors, they love you like your family.
My life has been changed because of this church.
When you're here, it's special. It really can't be described.
I'm Pastor Clark Bozier. I want to invite you and your family to come and be a part of the incredible things God is doing here. We would love to meet you this Sunday morning at 8:30, 10, or 11:30, or at our evening service at 6 p.m.
Find more information at willowparkbaptist.org. Willow Park Baptist Church, a church on an eternal mission.
Bell Stone is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagles and Lady Eagles, serving Weatherford, Aledo, Willow Park, Fort Worth, South Lake, and the surrounding area with landscape materials, natural stone, pavers, patio stone, and masonry for ponds, retaining walls, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and more. Bellstone has an experienced staff available to assist in product selection and can help you with all aspects of your construction project. Contractors, architects, homeowners welcome. Visit Bellstone online or stop by their location, 4801 East I-20 in Willow Park. Call 817-441-9590 for Bellstone. Go Eagles!
Big Earl with Brilbury Real Estate at 1130 FM 1189 is the go-to man for your next real estate transaction in Brock or the surrounding North Texas area. Have land or a home to sell? Or are you looking for a place to live in the Brock area? Call Big Earl at 325-203-2972. That's 325-203-2972. Brilbury Real Estate says go Eagles and Lady Eagles. Brent Goff Financial Services has been serving the financial needs of individuals, families, and business owners for more than 24 years, striving to develop long-term relationships and providing viable strategies for every element of the wealth management equation. Visit Brent Goff Financial Services on 1187 in Aledo and ask him about retirement planning, financial planning, and risk management, or call him at 817-631-0816. Brent Goff Financial Services says, go Eagles!
Welcome back to McLean Stadium and Brock Eagles football, presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cage Group. The coin toss on the field. Brock wins the toss, the second half. So Wimberley will receive that opening kickoff. Now for the Eagles Nest Travel Center starting lineups. On defense tonight up front, Wyatt Albritton, the senior, Trace Roger, the defensive tackle, along with Hunter Fay, Brock Riker. These three will all rotate. The other edge is Cam Harris. Middle linebackers, Cooper Massey, flanked by Zach Brewster and Luke Kearley. The corners, Cannon Stevens, Cale Bramlett. The safeties, Reed Watkins and Carson Finney. On offense, up front, Trace Roger, the center, Adam Mueller and Hunter Fay, the guards. Wyatt Albritton, the right tackle, Brock Riker, the left tackle, and the tight end, Jackson Hart, Tyler Moody at quarterback. Zach Brewster is your fullback, Brett Tutter at running back, Jet Jones and Carson Finney at wide receiver. Getting set from McLean Stadium, the Brock Eagles, the Wimberley Texans. Another good one on the way, Eric.
Well, I am looking forward to see something on the defense from the Eagles. And I haven't got to say this very much, but what I noticed, if you've ever played quarterback and you've ever been on the JV, you spend a lot of time on the scout team against the varsity. But when you play on the freshman team, you don't get that scout team time. And when you go from the freshman team to the varsity, you skipped a lot of scout team. We'll see how it works tonight.
Brody Baker's kickoff comes down at the 20. The boys in gold tonight bring them down at the 27. Brock in blue helmets, gold tops, blue pants. Wimberley white tops, dark pants, dark helmets. And here comes this Brock Eagles defense. They were phenomenal last week against a D1 receiver and a D1 running back.
I talked right through the Dr. Gleaton eye care kickoff, so I'm sorry about that.
Here comes sophomore quarterback Cody Stover. 20 of 33, 263 yards so far on the year, 2 touchdowns. He's a threat on the ground as well. Down lineman for the Eagles, 1st and 10. From the Texan 28-yard line, Stover's going to keep in trouble. Cuts it back inside. Brock hits him at the 30-yard line. Brock Riker was there. Gain of 3 up to the 31, 2nd down 7.
I think that's going to help him get rid of a few of the butterflies, is having him run the ball early or hand the ball off early so he doesn't have to throw. He doesn't close his shoulder all the way before he throws, so he makes that extra motion. We'll see how that affects him tonight.
Stover in shotgun. Second down, 7. 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. He's going to fling it out to the flat on the far side. Eagles in pursuit. He misses one tackler, and he's going to step out of bounds after a Texan first down up to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the sticks.
3 yards on the first play, 9 yards on that pitch and catch to number 9, Noah Birdsong.
Noah Birdsong, that's his 7th reception on the season, 132 yards. Right back to the line come the Texans, 1st and 10 from their own 39. Stover now flushed out of the pocket right, dumps it off to the near side, 45, caught, hit immediately and dropped. That's Zach Brewster there for the Eagles, a gain of 6, second down 4.
Brewster giving him a little bit of a cushion, and he picks up a few yards, but the Eagles need to make the Texans sustain a drive.
That's Caden Heatley. He is their all-purpose yard leader. Second down 4 Texans from their own 45-yard line. They move left to right in front of us on the home side. Stover, inside give. Brock is there. That is number 1, Luke Kearley, coming up from outside linebacker. That's a loss all the way back to the 43, and it brings up third down 7.
It looks like what they were talking about is reading the keys early, and that's what Kearley was able to do that time.
Kearley has been so good in this early part of the season. Stover in shotgun on third down, inside give. A lot of gold jerseys there. They're going to get him up at the 46-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down 3. And you see Trace Roger getting up from the bottom of that pile. Fourth down, and it looks like the Texans will send on the punting unit. Reed Watkins will stand at his own 15. Winston Burchell ready to kick it away. He stands at his own 33-yard line. He averages 37 yards per punt through the first 2 ball games. That ball is on the ground. He wrangles it in. And a high-hanging kick right down the middle. Watkins comes up, grabs it at the 20. And the Texans are there, but Watkins gets forward progress up to the 21. And bring on the Brock Eagles offense. Tyler Moody. So far, 16 of 37, 212 yards, a touchdown through the air. On the ground, 17 carries, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In the backfield with him, Brett Tutter, 34 carries, 155 yards. It's an average of 4.6 per carry. Brock opens up with 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Brewster stands in front. Tutter, Moody, and shotgun. Inside give, Tutter time. Tutter gets up to the 23-yard line, give him 2 yards, second down 8.
Last week they started throwing the ball early in the contest. Let's see if they can get a big dose of Brett Tutter. He really hasn't broken one like we've seen him last year. He's had maybe a 10 or 12-yard burst one time maybe this season. We need to see those 55 and 65-yard rushes.
Just underway in this rockin' F first quarter. Brock forces a punt for the Texans. Moody keeps it. Moody across the 25. Moody up around the 28-yard line. And that's going to bring up third down and a long 2 for the Eagles. Let's call it 3.
You put the ball in the belly of your running back, Tutter. If he sees somebody go for it, the end go for it, then he holds it and goes right back up to middle. And that's what he did that time, picking up 5 yards.
Mark it at the 28-yard line, third down 3. Now pistol formation. Moody with Tutter directly behind him. He's going to give it to Tutter, but he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a 1-yard loss. Back to the 27. It's going to bring up fourth down 4. Punting unit will come on now for the Eagles. Moody's the punter. So he'll drop back inside his own 15-yard line.
Moody does a lot of things. He's still the punter, still the quarterback. They just took him out of middle linebacker.
Averaging 42 per kick coming in. Snap back. Kick off to the left side here. A good kick that's going to go inside the Texans 25 and out of bounds at the 22. Both teams come out with a punt. And for a DOC Holmes call to the sideline, let's go down to Jaden Winfrey. Jaden, what are you seeing down there?
So first thing you're seeing on the defensive line, guys, we're already alternating guys. that first string came out there. They went 2 or 3 plays. We're getting fresh legs in there. We're going to look like we're going to rotate a lot on the defensive line, try to keep our guys fresh.
Thank you, Jaden. Here comes Cody Stover, the sophomore quarterback, 5'10", 185 pounds. He has 4 wide receivers here on 1st and 10 at the Texan 22. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Boyle in the backfield with him. Throws it out on that far side. Great coverage by the Eagles over there after a gain of 1 yard.
It was just a quick 2-step throw by Stover. I'm not sure the receiver had it all the way in there when he fell down. He fell with the ball on his belly for a 1-yard completion.
Cale Bramlett right there for the tackle, only a yard, 2nd down 9. Single back in the backfield with Stover. 3 wide receivers. Stover reverses out, throws back across the middle to his tight end. It's complete, but a stick at the 30-yard line.
Got a flag.
And we've got a flag here on this near side, the 22-yard line. For the moment, he's 2 yards short of the first down. 3rd and 2 as we await the call. He's talking with Coach Mathis to see what he wants to do here, so we're assuming a Texan penalty. And the penalty is an ineligible man downfield for the Texans.
The old lineman missed the call on that one.
That penalty's going to, let's see where they're going to mark this one off here. We're still discussing. Just underway in a scoreless Rockin' F first quarter from the beautiful McLean Stadium here at Baylor University. The penalty takes it all the way back to the Texan 19-yard line. That makes it 2nd down 13. Stover 2 backs in the backfield, 3 wide receivers. Throws it out here to the near side. Here comes the pursuit, and they fling him down for another loss. That's number 9, Noah Birdsong. Number 19, Cale Bramlett there for the Eagles. And it's going to bring up 3rd down 13.
They gave him a yard on his progress to the 20 there. I'm not sure how they did that, but that was just a good bubble screen. He got the ball out there quickly, but the Eagles defense was there even quicker.
Cannon Stevens, Cale Bramlett, your corners. 3rd down 13. 4 wide receivers for Stover, 3 left, 1 right. Back to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket. Now it collapses, flushed out left, across the middle. That one skipped in, incomplete. Great coverage there. Cannon Stevens was all over it, and another punting situation for the Texans.
The quarterback rolls to his left, tries to throw back across his body, didn't get his shoulders around at all, and the ball was about 3 yards short of his receiver, probably 5 yards short of where it needed to be for him to catch it. And this is the second time the Eagles get a punt out of the Texans.
Watkins will stand at his own 36. Snap back, a better snap this time. And this will hit at the Brock 45. Watkins fields it at the 40. And he plows ahead across the 45 up to the 47. And for the second time tonight, bring on the Brock Eagles offense.
One of the things, guys, I saw us working pregame on defense was the running back coming out of the backfield, that bubble screen, about guys getting out to the ball. It looks like that's going to be something we're going to see all night from them.
Reed Watkins is going to join Moody in the backfield with Zach Brewster. Single receivers right and left. Carson Finney on this near side. Now they'll move Zach out here in slot. 1st and 10 Eagles from their 47. Here comes Watkins. And Watkins gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Giving Brett Tutter a little break here in the second series. If they're going to do the platoon like this, they can do it with several people. The trouble is there's a few that they can't do it with, and I think they're going to leave 77 and 54 in there quite a bit.
2nd down 10 from the Eagle 47. Moody's going to roll left. He's got pressure from behind. Nice pitch and didn't get the catch part of it. Down at the 44-yard line. Pass was intended by Jackson Hart, and it's going to bring up 3rd down 10.
As quarterbacks, you know, we want you to make a catch. Sometimes we have to throw it a little higher than we want to because the defender. I mean, you said you wanted the ball in the huddle. You said throw it to me. You can count on me. I'm going to catch this thing.
Incomplete pass makes it 3rd down 10 on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. 5:34 remains first quarter. Brock 0, Wimberley 0. 3rd down 10, Eagles from their 47. 4 wide receivers, straight drop for Moody. Looking deep middle for Finney. Pass falls incomplete. And Brock will be forced into another punting situation.
That time they didn't even get a yard in 3 attempts, with Reed Watkins carrying the first for 0 and then 2 incomplete passes. So far in this game, there's only been 1 first down, and that was by the Texans on their 3rd play of the game.
Moody stands at his 34. Heatley for the Texans stands at his own 15-yard line. Good snap. Moody off to the right side. Heatley takes it from his 9 across the 15, and a flag is down, and so is Heatley at the 21-yard line.
That's got to be a block in the back. Cooper Massey, nope, it looks like 12 is Cannon Stevens was down there quick. It looks like the defender pushed him in the back, and that's exactly what they're going to call. So this is going to be half the distance to the goal probably.
It will be an illegal block in the back against the Texans. Cannon Stevens busy early. You're not using a lot of your paper yet. 4 punts.
Well, the punt team's getting work. I mean, we haven't really got to work on that the last couple of weeks as punt team and punt return team.
Illegal block in the back against the Texans. It takes them back to their own 8-yard line. And for the 3rd time tonight, we see Cody Stover and company.
Both teams have to still be in their script plays because this is only the 10th play for the Texans, and the Eagles have only done 6 plays. So they're still in their script right now, just figuring out what's going on.
The Texans will open up 3 wide receivers. You've got a wing right formation. Stover stands at his 3, fakes the inside give. He'll keep it across the 10. Stover across the 15, and Stover has 9 yards up to the 17-yard line. And it's going to bring up 2nd down short for the Texans.
If nothing else, Stover is a big body running up there. And the Eagles have got to get him at the line of scrimmage with their big guys.
Desmond Jones there for the Eagles, 2nd down 1. Wimberley 4 wide receivers. Single set running back. And they'll send Birdsong in motion right to left. He's going to roll right. Stover looking. Pass caught up at the 24 and brought down by Zach Brewster, but not before the Texans gain a first down up to the 26-yard line.
And there's our 2nd first down.
Talk about a Bratton Family and Sports Medicine injury report or a non-injury report. Brock gets Hunter Fay back tonight. As we talked about, Ethan Brooks doing a phenomenal job filling in last week at center. But we get Big 54 back tonight. Stover back to pass, and that pass almost intercepted. Carson Finney read the eyes. Pass falls incomplete, 2nd down 10.
Carson Finney, I thought he was just going to go ahead and tap that to himself and take it into the end zone. But he had his defensive jersey on then, not his offensive jersey.
Incomplete pass makes it 2nd down 10. Mark it at the Texan 26-yard line. Stover bookended by running backs, 3 wide receivers. He's going to roll left, looking in the left flat. Pass caught at the 30, breaks a tackle, and the receiver pounds it up to the 34-yard line. Mark it at the 33, and it's going to bring up 3rd down 3. Birdsong on the catch.
It looked like
Cannon Stevens
out there again on the tackle.
3rd tackle already on the night for Cannon Stevens. Mark it at the Texan 33-yard line. 3:40 and counting on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate first quarter scoreboard. Stover claps once. Fakes the jet, keeps it straight ahead across the 35. Stover still plugging up to the 39, and that's another Texan first down.
I'd like to see the Eagles make tackles a little bit lower than they are when they're tackling. That's one of the things that they saw last week when they go high against these bigger backs. It's not as easy to bring them down as it is if you go a little bit lower.
From the 39, it's a Texans 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Stover, straight drop, looking for that deep slant, and a great play.
Bramlett?
Number 19, that is Cale Bramlett again. Pass falls incomplete, 2nd down 10. That is textbook.
I think they've only handed it to the running back one time. Other than that, it's either been Stover running it or Stover throwing it.
Boyle in the backfield with Stover's single running back, 3 wide receivers left, give it to him, and across 45, and another good run by the Texans up to midfield, and that's a Wimberley first down. Trace Rogers will check back in, give Adam Mueller a break as the Texans sit right at the Blue Eagle Construction 50-yard line. 4 defensive linemen for the Eagles. Stover in shotgun, once again bookended by 2 backs. Inside give Boyle, he's hit and dropped. That is the middle linebacker Cooper Massey coming up and dropping him for no gain.
Massey getting in there quick. Massey, our daily ground player of the game in week 1 with all those tackles, getting his head in there this time, not letting 25 get going. Johnny Ball.
Leading tackler on this team, the middle linebacker Cooper Massey, the 6-foot junior. 2nd down 10 for the Eagles, or for the Texans from midfield. Straight drop for Stover. They're going to set up a screen, but the big old paws of Cam Harris knock it down, make it 3rd down 10.
That is something, again, that you don't see unless you run scout team quarterback. You know how many times you see that throwing the ball on scout team? Every time.
Yep.
But he hadn't seen it because he had been on scout team before, and now he is Cam Harris in his face, and that's going to be 3rd and 10 now for the Texans. We need a big research clinic. 3rd down stop right here.
Here we go. Stover brings them to the line. 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Single back with him in the backfield stands at his left. Straight drop for Stover. Looking, here comes the rush. Escapes the first wave, dumps it off on that far side, and he's going to go out of bounds at the Eagle 44-yard line. And now 4th down 4 in decision time.
One thing I'm noticing that Stover is doing is he must have had a little bit of coaching on how to work through the rush by the defenders, because I see him keeping his head downfield, moving his shoulders, working his feet, trying to get an open spot. That time he just led the receiver a little bit too much.
Nobody back for the Eagles on 4th down 4. Burchell to kick it away. Hanging kick that will hit at the Eagle 8 and will be down at the 7. Brock Eagles come on again. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
When you need a new roof on your home or commercial property, give Brock Roofing and Construction a call. This is April Parr, owner of Brock Roofing and proud supporter of your Brock Eagles. We are family-owned, local, and will always put relationships over transactions. Think you have hail damage? We offer free roof inspections and can answer any questions you may have about the insurance process. Find us on Instagram or Facebook, or better yet, give us a call at 817-307-6153. Roll Brock.
Back at McLean Stadium in Baylor. On a Brock 1st and 10. Check that cutter hit in the backfield and dropped all the way back to the Brock 2-yard line. Now 2nd down and 15, and you got to be careful here, Eric, as you stand in your own end zone.
Yep. We've seen this show before. Sometimes it's just a quarterback draw.
DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, you need your big offensive line to protect just for a little while here.
Yeah, guys, believe it or not, these guys aren't as big as what we've seen the last 2 weeks, but they're getting us up front.
Moody snap back, quarterback draw, just gets out of the end zone, plows up to the 3, gives them a little breathing room, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and 14.
Well, we are sitting up here right next to the coach's box. I think they heard me on the quarterback draw part. But Moody is a little gimbly right now. But he'll have that fixed here in about 2 plays.
40 seconds and counting. And a rockin' F first quarter. Brock 0, Wimberley 0. We've seen 5 punts so far. Moody stands at his end zone. He's got 3 wide receivers. Tutter in the backfield. Straight drop. Deep middle. Jet Jones goes up. Pass falls incomplete. Good coverage there by the Texans. And now Moody will have to punt this from his own end zone.
He's hurting pretty good, guys.
4th down, 14. That stops the clock with 21 seconds remaining on the McGuire team Clark Real Estate scoreboard.
Looked like he wasn't able to step into that ball when he threw it. He threw it as he was backing up.
Moody stands about a yard away from the end line back there. Line drive kick will be taken by Birdsong. It's bobbled at the 36, and he's able to get back on it right there, but by far the best starting field position of the night for the Texans.
I really thought he was going to not be able to get back on it. The Eagles had a chance right there, but they didn't have anybody close enough to be able to make a play. And we got 15 seconds left to go in the Rockin' F first quarter. They're probably just going to run one play, and we're going to switch to the other side.
No wind in either direction tonight here at McLean Stadium. Wimberley has a 1st and 10 from the Eagle 31-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Stover. From shotgun, snap back, inside give. Makes one move, makes 2 men miss, makes 3 men miss. Doyle inside the Eagle 20, down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the clock's going to reset because he got a first down there. That's the 5th first down of the game total, and they've all been on the Texan side. Again, trying to tackle him up high. I mean, watching the replay here, and again, we're tackling him up high, but that's going to run the clock out on the Rockin' F first quarter. You're listening to Brock Sports Network.
Real estate in Texas requires attention to detail. Real estate in Parker County also requires attention to customer needs. At the Cates Group, we specialize in both. Whether it be residential, farming, ranch, or commercial, we provide the detail and service needed to get the best deal for you and to get it closed. Listing your property or finding the best deal in town? Visit us right here in Brock or check us out on our Facebook page. The Cates Group, your Brock real estate brokerage. Go Eagles and Lady Eagles from the Cates Group.
Fuzzy's Taco Shop is your one-stop taco shop for breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, hang time, game time. You get the picture. Our Fuzzy's Baja-inspired tacos, nachos, burritos, and fresh salads are perfect for any time of the day. Grab your ticket stub and head into your local Weatherford Fuzzy's today or tomorrow for free chips and queso with a $5 purchase.
Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Case Group. Let's take a DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden?
Guys, I don't think Billy's going to wait for the halftime speech. He's pretty intense out here getting after these guys, trying to get them back motivated.
1st and 10 Texans from the Eagle 15-yard line. Stover's got a lot of real estate. Trips himself up inside the 10 at the 7. Give him 8 yards. 2nd down 2.
So far, for those of you who've been following Brock for quite a bit, this reminds me of the Pottsboro offense, of how the quarterback was putting the ball in the belly of the running back and then running and then throwing the football quite a bit. But the running back has gotten several yards.
From the 7-yard line, 2nd down 2. Stover rolling right. Here comes the pressure, heaving it into the end zone. A diving play on the far side, incomplete. And from the 7-yard line, it brings up 3rd down 2.
When you have a running back that's tough to tackle, and I bet that's one of the things that Coach Mathis is talking about right now, is we can't tackle these guys above their waist. We've got to tackle them like we work on in practice every day.
It's 3rd down 2 from the Eagles' 7-yard line. Stover brings them to the line. 4 wide receivers. 3 right, 1 left. Ball in the backfield with them. And the Texans will take a Texas butane timeout. We'll take one with them. 11:20 remains in this Prater Designs 2nd quarter. Wimberley 0, Brock 0. You're listening to the Eagles on the Brock Sports Network.
For over 33 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has been providing prompt, professional, and friendly service to their customers throughout North Texas. Lightfoot Mechanical is the area's premier choice for air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical services. Backed by their exclusive lifetime workmanship warranty and their 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Call Lightfoot Mechanical today, 817-596-0309, or stop by 1026 Fort Worth Highway or visit them online at lightfootmechanical.com.
Greetings to all you fans of the Brock Eagles. This is Mr. Jim from MrJim's.Pizza. Nothing goes together better than Eagles football and Mr. Jim's.Pizza. Go to MrJim's.Pizza. That's MRJIMS.Pizza. And order now. Use the code EAGLES and get 15% off your entire order. Go Eagles!
Welcome back to the Fathom Inc. broadcast booth. Bobby Gordon, Eric Morris, Jaden Winfrey on the sideline. Wimberley has a third down 2 from the Brock 7. 3 backs in the backfield with Stover, and he's going to keep it. Stover walks in untouched into the end zone, and Wimberley strikes first.
Well, just like I was talking about, their key is on number 25, Johnny Ball. And when you're keying on number 25, Johnny Ball, several people are going there watching on the replay. You see a couple of the backers and some of the linemen going to where 25 goes. But they're leaving number 2 open to run. And the Texans score first in the beginning of this second quarter.
Brandon Carrillo on for the Texan extra point. Snap back. Kick is up. And it is good. 11:15 remains on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Now Wimberley 7, Brock 0.
Pathway Rehabilitation Sports Therapy in Brock offers all forms of therapy such as physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Pathway Rehabilitation has been providing the highest quality rehab services to patients in acute care, skilled nursing, home health, sport, and orthopedic rehab since 2014. Give them a call at 940-490-0022 or visit their website at pathwayrehab.net. Wishing Brock the best of luck in tonight's game. Go Eagles from Pathway Rehabilitation.
Hello, Eagle fans. This is Dr. Chris Wusterhausen, the owner of the Research Clinic. When I founded the Research Clinic in 2008, my goal was to help as many Parker County residents achieve maximal health both physically as well as mentally. The Research Clinic is proud to offer bioidentical hormone replacement, vitamin IV infusions, a vast array of cosmetic procedures, stem cell and PRP therapies, as well as concierge medicine. If you're ready to see what the Research Clinic has to offer you, give us a call at 817-599-9902 or go to theresearchclinic.com.
Stadium here in Waco, where Wimberley has just struck first. 11:15 remains in this Prater design second quarter. Wimberley 7, Brock 0. Brandon Carrillo, line drive kick, and will hit inside the Brock 5 and bound into the end zone for a touchback. Bring it out to the 25 and bring out the Brock Eagles offense.
Stover has 27 yards rushing so far, really only in the first quarter. There's only a few seconds there in the second quarter, but we've got to be able, somehow we've got to be able to go after number 2, go after number 24 and 25, and then also be able to get those receivers. So Brock has got to make some kind of adjustment, but they need to put some hits on number 2, Stover.
He has been clean thus far. Brock has a 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Tutter lines up to Moody's left. And Wimberley's going to take a Texas butane timeout. 11:15 remains in this first half. Wimberley 7, Brock 0. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Hospital in Brock offers a complete range of veterinary services, including routine vaccinations, hospitalization, critical care, major and minor surgery, dental services, and emergency calls. Dr. Ryan Cate and his staff at Riverstone Veterinary Hospital specialize in large and small animal care and also offer boarding services. Visit Riverstone Veterinary Hospital at 1421 FM 1189 in Brock, Riverstone Veterinary Hospital. Online at Riverstone.
Welcome back to McLean Stadium. Brock Eagle football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Crew. Now to the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Rutledge Realty. Right now it's a scoreless first quarter between Wall and Jim Ned. Bushland 23, Childress 0. It's Iowa Park trailing Burke Burnett 14-0. Godley leads Paradise 8-7, and Whitesboro leads Pottsboro 13-7. That game in the second quarter. 1st and 10 Eagles from their 25-yard line. Snap back, Moody inside give. Here comes Watkins, and Watkins with his best gain of the night. It's a 9-yarder up to the 34-yard line. 2nd down 1.
Stover has 27 yards passing. 27 yards rushing in the first quarter, and then 38 yards passing. That's Ryan McDonald State Farm first quarter stats. The Eagles had 9 plays in that first quarter.
Second down 1, 3 wide receivers, hard count. Wimberley jumps, but no contact, and now a late flag flies. And Brock may have moved after Wimberley moved.
Finishing up on the Ryan McDonald State Farm stats, 23 plays for Wimberley and 9 plays for Brock.
The OC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, this is one of our keys to the ball game. We cannot lose yardage by penalty.
So what happened was their nose guard jumped across the line, got back, and then we snapped it real quick trying to get him, but he was already back by the time we tried to quick snap it.
That penalty takes it back to the Eagle 29-yard line. Now second down 7. Twins left, single receiver right. Moody fakes the inside give, rolls right. Plenty of time. Good protection. He's going to tuck it across the 30. Moody out across near the 34-yard line. And that's going to bring up third down and 1 for the Eagles.
It looked like a couple of receivers on the backside were trying to get into a hole and slow down, but Moody just couldn't see him. The ones he had out in front of him, I think it was Jackson Hart, couldn't get away from his defender.
3 wide receivers on that far side. Single back is Tutter on third down 1. Another hard count, and they jump. Free play here for the Eagles. Moody heaves it deep, looking for Finney. Jump ball, and it's bobbled to the ground down at the 31. But penalty, the Eagles get the Texans to jump, and that's going to be a first down. A Redfin Pools first down.
It looked like what they were trying to do in the previous play was to be able to get them offside, to slow down that rush just a little bit. But whenever they do the single clap, they're moving quickly. So that time they do the fake clap, and then he does the real clap, and they get the defensive offsides. And we've got our first down, Redfin Pool first down for the Eagles.
Penalty takes it up to the Eagle 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Moody another hard count, no movement up front. He's got 2 wide receivers on that far side. Single receiver here is Jackson Hart. 10:22 remains on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Wimberley 7, Brock 0. Moody resets them on 1st and 10. He claps once, inside give. Tutter hit in the backfield and dropped for a yard loss. .54 Owen O'Neal there for the Texans.
54 has made quite a few tackles already for the Texans. I've been writing his number down quite a bit. The Eagles lost 5 yards on the false start, and then they gained 5 yards on the first false start, or defensive offsides.
Trips right, single receiver left, flings it in the flat. Tutter catches at the 40. Tutter to midfield. Tutter's loose to the 40, to the 30. Tutter's breaking free. They're not going to catch him. Tutter in for the Eagle touchdown. 61 yards.
That's the old touchdown Tutter we've been looking for right there. The play was really made on that outside receiver coming across, bringing the defender in. Tutter goes over the bubble screen. Moody hits it right on the numbers. He gets outside between the numbers and the hash marks on the sideline. The defender really had no chance because of the outside slant route, and Tutter goes up the sideline 60-something yards for the Texas title touchdown.
Brody Baker on for the Dales Pest Control extra point. Tyler Moody will hold it. Good snap, good hold. Baker's kick is up, and it's good. 9:40 remains in this Prater-designed second quarter. Eagles 7, Texans 7.
Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford is always committed and supportive of the community and the youth of Brock, and would like to invite you and your family out to visit their new family-owned dealership on I-20 West in Weatherford. Besides, everyone and their dog knows Roger Williams makes the best deals. Go Eagles from Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford.
Do you have some honey-do projects that don't ever seem to get done? Or maybe you're looking to build your dream home. Terry can do anything from changing out your light bulbs to building you that magnificent custom home. This is Michelle Harkness with Terry's Tool Belt. We are proud members of the Brock community and members of the Brock Business Connections. Check out our website at terrystoolbelt.com or give Terry a call at 360-6368 to see what we have to offer. Let us help you make your dream projects come to life and get rid of your honey-do list. Go Eagles!
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Case Group. 9:40 remains in the second quarter. Brock has just leveled the score at 7. And we'll get to a Plains Capital scoring drive after the kick. Brody Baker, Dr. Gleaton, eye care kickoff. This hits at the 32. The Utback takes it, and he takes a shot. And guess who? That's Cannon Stevens.
Wow. The Plains Capital Bank scoring summary. Your Eagles got the football, and Reed Watkins ran the ball for 9 yards. Then there was a false start by the Eagles, and then there was a defensive offsides. We tried to get a free play out of it, but none of that worked any good. We tried it on the fourth play. It was Tyler Moody, the quarter badger, throwing to touchdown Tutter out there on the outside of that little bubble screen, and the Eagles score their first touchdown here in the second quarter. After no score in the first quarter, both teams have scored in the second quarter.
Moody's second passing touchdown of the year. That's Brett Tutter's first touchdown this season. Now Cody Stover brings the Texan offense back on. 1st and 10 from their own 31. Fake the give. He keeps it. Stover picking his way. He's got a lot of real estate on that far side, but he's wrangled down at the 36-yard line. Zach Brewster once again making the tackle.
The other thing, when the quarterback is running the football, sometimes, if you heard Kurt Warner talking about this last night, sometimes you take a lot of extra hits, and you don't want to do that, and the Eagles just can't get a good hit on him.
2nd down 5. Stover rushes for 5 up to his own 36-yard line. Inside give ball, and he's got a big gain right up the middle across the 45 up to the 47, and that's a Texan first down. And a DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, it's good to see Tutter finally get loose.
Man, it's good to see Tutter, but guys, we're seeing lines on both sides from these guys that aren't near the size we saw the last 2 weeks. These guys are very quick, very fundamental with their feet, and you talk about coming every play. We just hadn't seen this kind of speed up front so far this year.
8:40 remains in this Prater designed second quarter. Wimberley 7, Brock 7. Stover keeps it again, and he's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. That's big old 42. That's Jackson Hart. Brings him down after a 2-yard loss back to the 45.
I think they just need to get some good hits on him. This is a physical game. And I know Coach Mathis talks about the physicality of this sport and the physicality of his Eagles and what they need to be able to do to be competitive. And one of the things is you got to be physical. And so far, too, hadn't taken very many hits from these Eagles.
From the 45, 2nd down 12. Stover in shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Straight drop this time for Stover. Here comes the rush. And there's big old 54, Hunter Fay, making his impact felt. A sack back to the 40. Now 3rd down long.
-5 on that tackle for loss. Hunter Fay in there quick. We've been missing him last week. Able to come this time and tackle him for a loss.
Great to see Hunter Fay back in there. Back to the 40. Make it 3rd down and 17 for the Texans. Stover in shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 right, 2 left. He's flushed from the pocket. Here comes the rush. Pursuit at the 45. There's a big shot for him up to the 48. Look at Cooper Massey putting a hit on him. That's going to bring up 4th down 9.
Even though he picked up 8 yards on that run, he needed 17, so they still got quite a ways. Cooper Massey over there again making a big tackle. So that was Jackson Hart on the first tackle, Hunter Fay on the second tackle, and Cooper Massey on the 3rd tackle. That's who we need making tackles, is people at the line of scrimmage and then your middle linebacker downfield.
Punt formation now for Winston Burchell. Watkins stands at the 25. This is going to get nowhere near him. A short kick inside the Brock 30. A Texan bounce inside the 25, still rolling down to the 24-yard line. And the Brock defense stiffens up. And here comes this Brock Eagles offense.
Well, the Brock Eagles offense, the last time, they really only ran 2 plays in that last series. One to Reed Watkins and then the 1 pass to Tutter. And they were able to score. They know they can score against this team. The coaches are just now out of the script because they've only run 9 plays. Now they've run 12 plays. So 12 plays in, and now they get the first touchdown.
Cam Harris now in at fullback for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Two wide receivers right, one left. He'll shift Cam over to the left side. Tutter in the backfield with him. Inside, give. Tutter. That ball comes out. And the Wimberley Texans get a big turnover here at the Brock 27-yard line.
Well, I know we talked about that last week, early in the game. Tutter had a fumble. Let's see if he was, yep, sure enough, same exact thing. When he's going through the line of scrimmage, he ran into his own man. That is 66 Mueller. He ran into his own man and fumbled the ball because he had one arm on it. He had the other arm he was trying to stiff arm. But I think he learned last week that when you're going through that line of scrimmage, you got to have both hands on the football, and you saw him upset with his own self after that play.
All right, let's lean on the defense again. It's 1st and 10 from the Eagle 27. Stover in shotgun, moving guys around in the backfield. He's got 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Stover, straight drop, looking, has some time. Here comes the pressure now. Middle, pass, dropped at the 9. Cam Harris put the late shot on Stover. Brings up 2nd down 10.
He had his receiver open. He just didn't lead him at all, and the receiver not able to hold on to it. The Eagles need to make a good defensive stand here, and I am sure that no one is standing around Brett Tutter right now because he's thinking about it.
2nd down 10 for the Texans from the 27. Same setup, 4 wide receiver, ball inside, give. Cam Harris has him, brings him down at the 23-yard line. That's going to make it 3rd down and 7. The OC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, Tutter was one breaking tackle away from another house call.
He was close. Guys, what I'm seeing from their offensive line, they've got huge splits in there in the middle. I'm talking probably 2-foot or greater splits. They're spreading us out the middle, and that's why it's opening that inside up for those guys to have so much success up the middle.
4 yards for a ball, 3rd down 6 at the Eagle 23. 2 backs in the backfield, fake the jet. Stover keeps it, and he's got a good gain here inside the Eagle 15, down to the 13, or down to the 14, make it. And that's a Texans 1st and 10.
That's the Texans' 7th first down here in this first half. To the Eagles, I think they have 1 on a penalty.
Stover brings them to the line from the 14. 4 wide receivers. He's going to follow that fullback, but Cooper Massey levels him. All the way back to the 16. That's a shot.
That's the kind of hits that we need to be able to get on him. If he's going to run the ball, then he needs to pay the price for doing that. And we've done it a couple times. Hunter Fay once, and now Cooper Massey the 2nd time.
Lost back to the 16-yard line. 2nd down 12. He's going to field that one. Ball to Stover's right. 4 wide receivers again. Stover going to roll right. Looking over the middle and lots of traffic. And they catch that down at the 7-yard line.
That was in traffic. Looked like there was 5 sets of hands in there. But Stover able to get it in there. Those it only where his man can catch it. And it's going to be a big research clinic 3rd down here for the Eagles.
Caden Heatley, their all-purpose yardage leader, brings that one in at the 7-yard line. And the Eagles are going to take a Texas butane timeout. We'll take one with them. 4:30 remains in this Prater-designed 2nd quarter. Texans 7, Eagles 7.
Teskey's Saddle Shop is one of the most trusted names in the Western industry. With over 100,000 square feet of bits and spurs, saddle, tack and feed, and supplies, they also have the latest Western fashion in the boutique with names such as Cinch, Wrangler, Ariat, North Face, STS, and many more. And don't forget about Teskey's Outdoors with everything from hunting gear, ammunition, scopes, and all the best in outdoor wear. Call 599-3400 or visit them online at Teskeys.com.
For over 25 years, Texas Tire Sales has been the tire, wheel, and complete auto repair shop that Parker County residents turn to for fast, friendly service and top quality new and used tires at discount prices. Texas Tire Sales stocks over 10,000 tires and carries most all major brands including Toyo, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and many more. Visit Texas Tire Sales at 905 Fort Worth Highway. Buy local at Texas Tire Sales. Texans serving Texans since 1990.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cage Group. Welcome back to McLean Stadium. In Waco, Brock 7, Wimberley 7. Wimberley has third and goal from the Eagles 7. Flags fly now, as I believe that play clock had reached 0.
And there was movement on the line by that right guard.
Number 64, Tristan Herring, moves for the Texans, and that's a big penalty for the Eagles. It backs it out to the 12-yard line, 3rd down 8 now.
They've got to make an adjustment on how they're playing against Stover. I bet we hear from Coach Mathis that they're running a little bit differently than they've run it before. They've been giving the ball to 24 and 25. They haven't been running as much with Stover, and now they are.
Wimberley spreads it out again. 4 receivers on 3rd down 8, mark it at the Eagle 12. They'll send Birdsong in motion, left to right, straight drop, looking over here in this flat, trying a little slip screen. It falls incomplete, and now 4th down for Wimberley.
I think, Bobby, we saw the field goal kicker in pregame. He was hitting it pretty good from around 25, 30 yards out. Not so good from further than that. Looks like here comes that field goal team.
Yeah, they'll bring out Brandon Carrillo now. Ball spotted at the Eagle 12-yard line. This is going to be a 29-yard attempt for Carrillo. 4:26 remains in this Prater-designed second quarter. Brock and Wimberley knotted at 7. Snap back. Carrillo's right foot is into it. Plenty of distance. It's up, and it's good. 4:21 remains in this first half. Wimberley 10, Brock 7. You're listening to Brock Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
This is Heath Wallace, owner of Wallace Spray Foam and Ameritex Concrete Services. For over 22 years, I've used the philosophy, do it right or don't do it at all. Same is true with Ameritex Concrete Services. Let Wallace do your next spray foam or concrete job to show you how it's done right. Visit us at wallacesprayfoam.com or call 817-992-1871.
You need to call Wallace Spray Foam. You need to call Wallace Spray Foam.
I love Willow Park Baptist Church. The minute you walk in the doors, they love you like your family.
My life has been changed because of this church.
When you're here, it's special. It really can't be described.
I'm Pastor Clark Bozier. I want to invite you and your family to come and be a part of the incredible things God is doing here. We would love to meet you this Sunday morning at 8:30, 10, or 11:30, or at our evening service at 6 p.m.
Find more information at willowparkbaptist.org. Willow Park Baptist Church, a church on an eternal mission.
Welcome back to beautiful McLean Stadium here at Baylor University. 4:21 remains on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Wimberley 7, Wimberley 10, Brock 7. Tutter, Watkins stand at their 5. It's Dr. Gleaton Eye Care kickoff time now. Brandon Carrillo, high hanging kick. This will be Tutter from his 15-yard line. Tutter with a seam up to the 30. Both hands on the ball up to the 33-yard line.
As we're looking at the Ryan McDonald State Farm stats, just quickly, the Eagles have run 13 total plays so far to the 23 plays run by the Texans. And I'm still on the very first page for the Eagles. We've had a 3-and-out, 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 a 3-play with a score. The last play was a 1 with a fumble, and now we're starting over. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th time the Eagles have had the ball.
Twins to the left, single receiver right. Moody will have 4-16 and 2 timeouts at his disposal. Ball's on the ground again. And Wimberley picks it up at the 29.
Well, that's not how you wanted to start out when you just gave up 3 points on the short field, and now you give it back to the Eagles, the Texans on a short field again. I thought they might show a replay. Here it is. The ball is snapped just over to the left. Reed Watkins actually kicks the football, and Moody not able to pick it up. And we talked about Ethan Brooks, what a great job he did last week on the snap. This time it was just over to the left side of Moody. It hit the ground, and Watkins kicked it, and Moody never could pick it up.
From the Eagle 29-yard line, the defense with their backs against the wall again. 1st and 10 Texans. Stover inside to give the ball, and there is Hunter Fay bringing him down for a yard loss back to the 31.
Hunter Fay should have some fresh legs after not
getting to play last week. This time, he gets back there quickly and makes a tackle, and that's what we got to be able to do is get some tackles for loss.
From the Eagle 31, second down 11. Two receivers right, one left. Straight drop by Stover. Looking deep left side, one-on-one coverage. Caught. Heatley down inside the Brock 5, down to the 2.
Stover gets that ball to his number one receiver, that's Caden Heatley. It was a little back shoulder, and Bramlett didn't even know it was coming over there. And they get inside right at the 2-yard line going in.
The OC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, we were there.
Guys, that couldn't have been a more perfect throw, perfect back shoulder throw. Our guy never knew it was coming.
Stover pulls it down on a quarterback draw and into the end zone for the Wimberley touchdown.
28 yards on the pass play, and then Stover takes it in. And it was quickly 7-all, and now it's already one extra point away from being 17-7.
Brandon Carrillo on for the extra point. Snap back, bobble snap, fire drill, rolling right, and they're going to get him on that far side as the pass goes out of bounds, and with 3:34 remaining on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Texans 16, Brock 7. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Bell Stone is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagles and Lady Eagles, serving Weatherford, Aledo, Willow Park, Fort Worth, Southlake, and the surrounding area with landscape materials, natural stone, pavers, patio stone, and masonry for ponds, retaining walls, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and more. Bellstone has an experienced staff available to assist in product selection and can help you with all aspects of your construction project. Contractors, architects, homeowners welcome. Visit Bellstone online or stop by their location, 4801 East I-20 in Willow Park. Call 817-441-9590 for Bellstone. Go Eagles!
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cape Crew. 3:34 remains in the Prater Design second quarter. Wimberley 16, Brock 7.
That last play, the Eagles on offense just not able to get the snap on a shotgun, and the Eagles have run 2 plays and fumbled both plays. Both ended up in scores, one a 3-pointer and one a 6-pointer.
Dr. Gleaton Eye Care kickoff time. Tutter brings it in at his 12 across the 20 and is bottled up at the 24-yard line. And let's see if the Brock Eagles can get a drive here going before we end the first half.
Well, we got to do something. The Eagles have got to be able to put one play, start with one play. Start with one play. This is not even close to being over. There's a good chance they can score again right here and get this thing within 2 points.
Finney, Brewster, and Jones on the far side. Single receiver right. Moody stands at his 19 and shotgun. Straight drop, has time, now pulls it down. And Moody's going to be hit and dropped. Hang on to it here. Trying to strip the ball to 23. Moody's going to lose one on that. Second down 11.
Moody sometimes, his analysis of the situation needs to be just a little bit quicker. We talked about the game slowing down for him. Sometimes you just need to throw the football away. They ended up giving him his forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
For the moment, 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Clock ticking at 2:48. In a Prater Design second quarter, Wimberley leads it 16-7. Carson Finney in motion, fake it to him. Back to pass, Moody heaves it over the middle, and the pass skips in incomplete.
There's a flag over there on the opposite side.
Pass intended for Jet Jones, and it appears to be possible illegal shift against the Eagles.
You can't have 2 people in motion at the same time, and it looks like that's exactly what was going on.
DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, what do you got?
Yeah, it looks like There you go. Illegal shift on both of us. We're looking kind of flat, guys. We look a little dead out there, and we need some energy. We had Brewster in the huddle trying to get these guys fired up, get them motivated, get them to go score to end the half. We'll see what happens.
Penalty not accepted by the Texans. It's going to make it 3rd down. And still waiting on them to get set on that far side. 3rd down and 12 from the Eagle 23-yard line. Moody in shotgun. Tutter to his left. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Blitz showed here on the left side by the Texans. Now they back off, and now he's coming. Moody, straight drop, under pressure, flushed right. Flags fly, and Moody's going to fling it out here past caught up near the 35-yard line. That's Zach Brewster, but let's check the penalty.
There was a guy rushing in on him, and it's possible that there could be a hold right there. Usually that is.
2:28 remains in this Prater design second quarter. Wimberley 16, Brock 7, and it is definitely holding against the Eagles. And now you're even further behind the chains.
Here's something that I'm noticing or seeing how the Texans are playing against the Eagles here is they have a lot of people out there in their dime package or what have you. They don't have a lot of people in the box. We've got 5 guys to block 5 guys. Actually, we have 6 guys to block 5 guys.
3rd down, 21 for your Eagles. Moody's going to roll left. Rolling, directing traffic back across the middle. Look out, it's intercepted at the Eagle 15-yard line. That's Lane Patek, and with 2:19 remaining in a Prater design second, Wimberley is set up on the doorstep again.
Out of the last 5 plays, we've had 2 fumbles and 1 interception. So 60% of the plays we've turned the ball over to the other team. Not only that, we've done it inside our own 30-yard line. And that doesn't bode well because you got the defense staying out there.
Defense backed up again at the Eagle 15-yard line. 1st down, 10. 2 timeouts remaining for the Texans. Stover in shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left. They'll bring 1 in motion, right to left, fake it to him. Stover straight ahead with lead blockers. Down to the Brock 12-yard line. Brock Riker gets him right there. Also Jackson Hart in on the tackle to bring up 2nd down, 7.
Fake the jet sweep going across. Stover just follows the guard, pulling from the left side to the right side, gets behind him, and picks up a couple, but he keeps the clock going, and as long as they're ahead, they're not going to try to do much.
4 wide receiver set, inside give, ball inside the 10 now, down to the Brock 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Check that. That was 24 Jack Boyle on that carry. 3rd down, 2. We've got 1:35 and counting on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. And the Brock Eagles are going to take a Texas butane timeout. McLean Stadium, 1:32 remains first half. Texans 16, Brock 7. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Big Earl with Wimberley Real Estate at 1130 FM 1189 is the go-to man for your next real estate transaction in Brock or the surrounding North Texas area. Have land or a home to sell? Or are you looking for a place to live in the Brock area? Call Big Earl at 325-203-2972. That's 325-203-2972. Wimberley Real Estate says go Eagles and Lady Eagles. Brent Goff Financial Services has been serving the financial needs of individuals, families, and business owners for more than 24 years, striving to develop long-term relationships and providing viable strategies for every element of the wealth management equation. Visit Brent Goff Financial Services on 1187 in Aledo and ask him about retirement planning, financial planning, and risk management, or call him at 817-631-0816. Brent Goff Financial Services says, go Eagles!
From the Eagles 7-yard line, it's a Wimberley 3rd down, 2. 1:32 remains in this first half. Stover in shotgun. rolling right. Now looking back across, trying to set up a screen on this backside. It's caught by the tight end, and he walks into the Eagle end zone. Touchdown. Hanson Colley in for the Texans, and Wimberley has extended their lead.
Sometimes you need just a good kick in the ribs to get you going. And what we've been doing in the first half of the previous two games, we're not doing this half. And I'm hoping in a minute and 24 seconds we're able to do something in the locker room.
Brandon Carrillo on for the extra point. Snap back. The right-footed kicker. Extra point is up and good. 1:24 remains in this Prater-designed second quarter. Texans 23, the Eagles 7. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
When you need a new roof on your home or commercial property, give Brock Roofing and Construction a call. This is April Parr, owner of Brock Roofing and proud supporter of your Brock Eagles. We are family-owned, local, and will always put relationships over transactions. Think you have hail damage? We offer free roof inspections and can answer any questions you may have about the insurance process. Find us on Instagram or Facebook, or better yet, give us a call at 817-307-6153. Roll Brock.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group. Beautiful McLean Stadium in Waco, the site of tonight's matchup. 1:24 remains on the McGuire team. Clark Real Estate scoreboard, Wimberley 23, Brock 7.
Well, offensively, this is not what I thought the Eagles would be doing. I've seen a couple of glimpses of what they could do, but they're just not putting stuff together.
Dr. Gleaton Eye Care kickoff time now. Carrillo backs Tutter up to his 4, stumbles, now ahead across the 10. Tutter's got the sideline across the 30. A flag flies now as Tutter is brought down at his own 37-yard line. Now for a DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, we're going to need a spark here.
We're going to need the Mathis halftime speech of a lifetime for half. But I think it's one of those deals to where we talk about what it means to be an Eagle. This is where you find out what it means to be. This is where you prove what it is. This is where you get the heart and you come back and you make a different team second half.
Penalty was holding against the Eagles on that, so they're going to back them up to their 20-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll have 1:16 remaining in this first half and one timeout.
Well, it's not like they can't do it. It's not like they can't come back. But they can't keep shooting themselves in the foot. And I bet I hear Coach Mathis say that phrase. If Jake can get in and talk to us, I bet that's exactly what he says.
From the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Moody and company. Claps once. They're going to try to set up a screen. This backside, Finney caught it, but Wimberley is all over it, and it's going to end up being a yard loss back to the 19.
It looked like Texans were ready for that play. Not only did it not fool the Texans, they were able to get there real quick and make a play, and then we have a player in. I don't know. We don't have him on our roster. What do you got, Bobby?
From the 19-yard line, 2nd down 11 for the Eagles. 4 wide receivers, 40 seconds and counting remaining in this first half. Moody's going to roll left. Still rolling, sideline, incomplete. And that's going to stop the clock with 31 seconds and a 3rd down 11 upcoming for the Eagles. Intended for Zach Brewster on that play.
We really haven't seen a lot from Brewster or Finney or Watkins. We've had the one play to Tutter for the 61-yard touchdown, but we just haven't seen a lot of things done positive by 2, 3, and 25 as of yet.
Single receiver left, twins right, inside give. Tutter runs it off the right edge near this sideline to the 29-yard line. He's going to get a lot of that yardage back. It's going to bring up, let's see, 4th down 1 for the Eagles. Let's see if Mathis, well, he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock with 25 seconds. So
if he gets one more yard, it stops the clock anyways. They're going to punt here anyways. Moody in the game. at quarterback, just going to back up a few more yards and punt.
Moody will stand at his 16. Heatley for the Texans will stand at his own 47. Once again, no wind in the stadium tonight. Trace Roger, the deep snapper. Moody, line drive kick. Heatley wrangles it in on the line drive at the 42. And he's going to make his way up to the 48-yard line. And with 16 seconds to go, the Texans offense come back on the field.
Hyatt Dunaway down there on the tackle that time. 55. Working. Okay, well, 16 seconds left on the clock. Or if you're the Texans, you're up by 16 points. Are you just going to heave one down the sidelines? Maybe twice.
Coming up, we'll have the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show. Stats, coaches interview. Jaden will bring in Coach Mathis as they head to the locker room. The Texans have a 1st and 10 from their own 48, 16 seconds remaining. 4 wide receivers, 3 to that far side, single receiver left. Brock showing pressure, inside draw play, and here comes Johnny Ball. Ball inside the Eagles 35, down to the 32. It's a Texans 1st down. It'll stop the clock momentarily with 8 seconds. And then the Texans will take a Texas butane timeout. They've got 8 seconds left in this Prater-designed second quarter. Wimberley 23, Brock 7. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Real estate in Texas requires attention to detail. Real estate in Parker County also requires attention to customer needs. At the Cates Group, we specialize in both. Whether it be residential, farming, ranch, or commercial, we provide the detail and service needed to get the best deal for you and to get it closed. Listing your property or finding the best deal in town? Visit us right here in Brock or check us out on our Facebook page. The Cates Group, your Brock real estate brokerage. Go Eagles and Lady Eagles from the Cates Group.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group. 8 seconds remain. And this first half, Wimberley leads it 23-7, and they've got a 1st and 10 at the Eagles 32.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Eagles overcome this adversity. This has been a long time since anything close to this has happened.
Stover has them set with 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Straight drop. Looking over the middle, pass caught, hook and lateral, another lateral, back to the 25, down to the Brock 15-yard line. All zeros on the clock, though. And we're going to head to halftime with Wimberley leading 23-7. And Mathis is headed off pretty quickly here.
Jaden, you're going to have to hustle.
I don't know if I want to.
Nope. He
Mathis is going to head off.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to talk to me, guys.
Yeah, he's not in the mood tonight. So we're going to head to the Mr. Jim's halftime show, ladies and gentlemen. Wimberley 23, Brock 7. We'll be right back on the Brock Sports Network.
Fuzzy's Taco Shop is your one-stop taco shop for breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, hang time, game time. You get the picture. Our Fuzzy's Baja-inspired tacos, nachos, burritos, and fresh salads are perfect for any time of the day. Grab your ticket stub and head into your local Weatherford Fuzzy's today or tomorrow for free chips and queso with a $5 purchase.
For over 33 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has been providing prompt, professional, and friendly service to their customers throughout North Texas. Lightfoot Mechanical is the area's premier choice for air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical services. Backed by their exclusive lifetime workmanship warranty and their 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Call Lightfoot Mechanical today, 817-596-0309, or stop by 1026 Fort Worth Highway, or visit them online at lightfootmechanical.com.
Greetings to all you fans of the Brock Eagles. This is Mr. Jim from MrJims.Pizza. Nothing goes together better than Eagles football and Mr. Jims.Pizza. Go to MrJims.Pizza. That's MrJims.Pizza. And order now. Use the code EAGLES and get 15% off your entire order. Go Eagles!
Pathway Rehabilitation Sports Therapy in Brock offers all forms of therapy such as physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Pathway Rehabilitation has been providing the highest quality rehab services to patients in acute care, skilled nursing, home health, sport, and orthopedic rehab since 2014. Give them a call at 940-490-0022 or visit their website at pathwayrehab.net. Wishing Brock the best of luck in tonight's game. Go Eagles from Pathway Rehabilitation.
Hello, Eagle fans. This is Dr. Chris Wusterhausen, the owner of the Research Clinic. When I founded the Research Clinic in 2008, my goal was to help as many Parker County residents achieve maximal health both physically as well as mentally. The Research Clinic is proud to offer bioidentical hormone replacement, vitamin IV infusions, a vast array of cosmetic procedures, stem cell and PRP therapies, as well as concierge medicine. If you're ready to see what the Research Clinic has to offer you, give us a call at 817-599-9902 or go to theresearchclinic.com.
Riverstone Veterinary Hospital in Brock offers a complete range of veterinary services, including routine vaccinations, hospitalization, critical care, major and minor surgery, dental services, and emergency calls. Dr. Ryan Cate and his staff at Riverstone Veterinary Hospital specialize in large and small animal care and also offer boarding services. Visit Riverstone Veterinary Hospital at 1421 FM 1189 in Brock, Riverstone Veterinary Hospital. Online at riverstonevet.com.
Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford is always committed and supportive of the community and the youth of Brock, and would like to invite you and your family out to visit their new family-owned dealership on I-20 West in Weatherford. Besides, everyone and their dog knows Roger Williams makes the best deals. Go Eagles from Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford.
All right, we're back here at McLean Stadium. Your Eagles taking it on the chin in the first half, down 23-7 on the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back with the rest of the half. And you listen to Sports. Brock Sports Network, your Brock Eagles.
Do you have some honey-do projects that don't ever seem to get done? Or maybe you're looking to build your dream home. Terry can do anything from changing out your light bulbs to building you that magnificent custom home. This is Michelle Harkness with Terry's Tool Belt. We are proud members of the Brock community and members of the Brock Business Connections. Check out our website at terrystoolbelt.com or give Terry a call at 817-360-6368 to see what we have to offer. Let us help you make your dream projects come to life and get rid of your honey-do list. Go Eagles!
Teskey's Saddle Shop is one of the most trusted names in the Western industry, with over 100,000 square feet of bits and spurs, saddle, tack and feed, and supplies. They also have the latest Western fashion in the boutique with names such as Cinch, Wrangler, Ariat, North Face, STS, and many more. And don't forget about Teskey's Outdoors with everything from hunting gear, ammunition, scopes, and all the best in outdoor wear. Call 599-3400 or visit them online at teskeys.com.
For over 25 years, Texas Tire Sales has been the tire, wheel, and complete auto repair shop that Parker County residents turn to for fast, friendly service and top quality new and used tires at discount prices. Texas Tire Sales stocks over 10,000 tires and carries most all major brands including Toyo, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and many more. Visit Texas Tire Sales at 905 Fort Worth Highway. Buy local at Texas Tire Sales. Texans serving Texans since 1990.
This is Heath Wallace, owner of Wallace Spray Foam and Ameritex Concrete Services. For over 22 years, I've used the philosophy, do it right or don't do it at all. Same is true with Ameritex Concrete Services. Let Wallace do your next spray foam or concrete job to show you how it's done right. Visit us at wallacesprayfoam.com or call 817-992-1871.
You need to call Wallace Spray Foam. You need to call Wallace Spray Foam.
I love Willow Park Baptist Church. The minute you walk in the doors, they love you like your family.
My life has been changed because of this church.
When you're here, it's special. It really can't be described.
I'm Pastor Clark Bozier. I want to invite you and your family to come and be a part of the incredible things God is doing here. We would love to meet you this Sunday morning at 8:30, 10, or 11:30, or at our evening service at 6 p.m.
Find more information at willowparkbaptist.org. Willow Park Baptist Church, a church on an eternal mission.
Welcome back to McLean Stadium and the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show. And with halftime stats, Eric Morris.
With the Ron McDonald State Farm halftime stats, number 2, Stover, has 73 yards passing in the first half. Number 2, Stover, has 52 yards rushing in the first half. He is by far the leading rusher out there. The Eagles have run 19 plays. The Texans have run 42 plays. That's more than twice as many plays. The Eagles have 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 1 interception, and they were within a 6-play stretch. Fumble, fumble, play, interception. On the Eagles side, Moody, as the leading rusher for the Eagles with 12 yards. Moody has 7 attempts passing. 7 attempts. 1 completion. He actually has 2. The second one was for negative yardage. The first one was for 61 yards, and that was Brett Tutter, who has 17 yards rushing for the Eagles. So, other than Moody and Tutter, the only time that they've had any decent runs, there's been some kind of penalty that went along with it that brought them back. Anytime they had a completion that was a decent one, it got called back. But Moody, there's 2 completions, 1 for negative 1 yard and 1 for 61 yards and a touchdown. And that touchdown right now is the only thing that's keeping the Eagles in the game. Their defense, Hunter Fay has a lot of tackles, and Cooper Massey has a lot of tackles, and those are your 2 big tacklers so far in the first half. But the Ron McDonald State Farm halftime stats, mainly it's number 2 on the Texans that's getting all the yardage. He's accounted for so far 125 yards for the Texans, 73 passing and 52 in the ground game.
Thank you, Eric. We're at halftime here at McLean Stadium. Wimberley 23, Brock 7. And now for our Rutledge Realty out-of-town scoreboard, it's Wall and Tuscola Jim Ned 0-0 at halftime. Bushland 37, Childress 0, Stephenville 35, Decatur 7. It's Iowa Park trailing Burke Burnett 14-7. Boyd in District 24, Fort Worth Country Day 14. Peaster leads Jacksboro at halftime 24-14. Paradise all over Godley tonight at halftime 30-8. Pottsboro, Whitesboro halftime locked up at 13. Grandview leads Dallas Like Oak Cliff 46-0 at halftime. Ponder losing to Crum at halftime 24-21. It's Lorena 37, Cedar Hill Tigers 14. Malakoff trailing Salado in the third quarter 7-0. A big one down in Franklin tonight at halftime. Franklin 21, Diboll 17, Pilot Point 18, Farmersville 14, that game at halftime. It's Edna 14, Refugio 13, Mount Vernon 35, Omaha Pewitt 16. We're at the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show now, and Eric, Jaden, let's talk about what needs to be fixed. The Chris's muffler, what needs to be fixed now?
The Chris's surface muffler halftime, what needs to be fixed? Well, here's what Coach Mathis was going to say when Jaden was going to talk to him. And he was going to say, we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. Fumble, play, interception. In 5 plays, 3 turnovers, putting the defense on a short field inside the 30-yard line, and the Texans score 16 points on those 3 turnovers. A field goal, a touchdown, no extra point, and then a touchdown with an extra point. The Eagles, they're not anywhere near out of this thing. They just have got to quit shooting themselves in the foot. They've got to figure out how to stop number 2. They got to figure out how to stop number 25, and they got to stop giving the football to the other team inside their own territory. If they can stop those things, there's no question that they can score some points. But it just seemed like right now, and I haven't seen this, I don't know if I've ever seen this during the season, but it looked like there were some Brock heads down. And I don't like to see that. And I think that's why Coach Mathis sprinted into the locker room, because he doesn't care if we are behind. He doesn't care if we end up losing. What he wants to see is fight every play. And what he told me last week is they watch film, and they want to see anybody who loafs on a play, they're going to be showing that on the film on Saturday. And you don't want to be called out by the coaches for not doing 100% effort. And you don't want to see your teammates, that you don't want to let them see you not giving 100% effort. And if you're going to have your head down, coach is going to say, hey, you come over here and sit with me. We'll put somebody in there that wants to keep their head up and keep fighting to the last breath. And that's what we do as Brock Eagles. And we'll see if they end up doing that coming out in the second half.
Jaden, we get the ball first coming out in that second half, and we need that spark right off the bat.
Absolutely. We've got to figure out how to get in front of those. You know, the defensive line that those guys have, they're quick. They're anything we've seen. We've got to figure out how to cut them off, get good spots, and get something going. I mean, second quarter, it got really, really flat out here. And like Eric said, there were some hanging heads. We got flat and just kind of felt like we lost breath a little bit out here. We got to come out here with a new energy. And this is where you see what you're made of, guys. You're down 23-7.5. What are you made of?
Absolutely. When we come back, it's the Sub-Varsity Report from last night's action. You're listening to the Eagle Halftime Show, the Mr. Jim's Pizza Halftime Show on the Brock Sports Network.
Bell Stone is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagles and Lady Eagles, serving Weatherford, Aledo, Willow Park, Fort Worth, South Lake, and the surrounding area with landscape materials, natural stone, pavers, patio stone, and masonry for ponds, retaining walls, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and more. Bellstone has an experienced staff available to assist in product selection and can help you with all aspects of your construction project. Contractors, architects, homeowners welcome. Visit Bellstone online or stop by their location, 4801 East I-20 in Willow Park. Call 817-441-9590 for Bellstone. Go Eagles!
Big Earl with Brilbury Real Estate at 1130 FM 1189 is the go-to man for your next real estate transaction in Brock or the surrounding North Texas area. Have land or a home to sell? Or are you looking for a place to live in the Brock area? Call Big Earl at 325-203-2972. That's 325-203-2972. Brilbury Real Estate says go Eagles and Lady Eagles. Brent Goff Financial Services has been serving the financial needs of individuals, families, and business owners for more than 24 years, striving to develop long-term relationships and providing viable strategies for every element of the wealth management equation. Visit Brent Goff Financial Services on 1187 in Aledo and ask him about retirement planning, financial planning, and risk management, or call him at 817-631-0816. Brent Goff Financial Services says, go Eagles!
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction. We're at halftime at McLean Stadium here at Baylor. Wimberley 23, Brock 7. The Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show. And now, let's go to the Sub-Varsity Report last night. First to the 7th grade. A 73-yard touchdown pass from Trayson Thompson to Sutton Stroh-Snyder. Got Brock on the board, and they led Midland Christian 6-0. A fumble recovery by Miller Jones, and then an 80-yard touchdown pass from Thompson to Stroh-Snyder. Braden Harrison with a 60-yard strip and score touchdown made it Brock 18, Midland Christian 0. And then a 5-yard touchdown run by Thompson, followed by a Levi Dean 2-point conversion run. Brock 7th grade 26, Midland Christian 0. On to the 8th grade, a 95-yard touchdown run by Briar McDonald on Brock's first offensive possession, followed by a 23-yard touchdown run by McDonald. A 10-yard pass from Braden Ray to Micah Fretwell. A 2-point run was followed up by Braden Ray, made it Brock 20, Midland Christian 0. Hayden Waller had a 30-yard fumble recovery return, followed by an 18-yard touchdown run by Briar McDonald and a 2-point run by McDonald. Brock 28, Midland Christian 0. And then an interception by Walker Norton. A 3-yard touchdown pass from Ray to Graham Coleman followed. A 2-point run followed up by Briar McDonald. Your final, Brock 8th grade 36, Midland Christian 8. JV Gold lost to Godley last night 39-38. and the freshman JV combo team won 12-0 over Godley. When we come back on the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show, the Mob, the music of Brock. Wimberley leads it 23-7. You're listening to the Brock Eagles Sports Network.
When you need a new roof on your home or commercial property, give Brock Roofing and Construction a call. This is April Parr, owner of Brock Roofing and proud supporter of your Brock Eagles. We are family-owned, local, and will always put relationships over transactions. Think you have hail damage? We offer free roof inspections and can answer any questions you may have about the insurance process. Find us on Instagram or Facebook, or better yet, give us a call at 817-307-6153. Roll Brock.
Real estate in Texas requires attention to detail. Real estate in Parker County also requires attention to customer needs. At the Cates Group, we specialize in both. Whether it be residential, farming, ranch, or commercial, we provide the detail and service needed to get the best deal for you and to get it closed. Listing your property or finding the best deal in town? Visit us right here in Brock or check us out on our Facebook page. The Cates Group, your Brock real estate brokerage. Go Eagles and Lady Eagles from the Cates Group.
Back for the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show. We're at halftime here at McLean Stadium. Wimberley 23, Brock 7, and now on the field is the Mob, the music and Brock. Let's listen in to these young men and women. Under the direction of Mr. Matt Daly, thank you to the mob. The music of Brock, phenomenal job, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back on the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show, let's take a look inside District 4. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Fuzzy's Taco Shop is your one-stop taco shop for breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, hang time, game time. You get the picture. Our Fuzzy's Baja-inspired tacos, nachos, burritos, and fresh salads are perfect for any time of the day. Grab your ticket stub and head into your local Weatherford Fuzzy's today or tomorrow for free chips and queso with a $5 purchase.
For over 33 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has been providing prompt, professional, and friendly service to their customers throughout North Texas. Lightfoot Mechanical is the area's premier choice for air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical services. Backed by their exclusive lifetime workmanship warranty and their 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Call Lightfoot Mechanical today, 817-596-0309, or stop by 1026 Fort Worth Highway, or visit them online at lightfootmechanical.com.
Greetings to all you fans of the Brock Eagles. This is Mr. Jim from MrJims.Pizza. Nothing goes together better than Eagles football and Mr. Jims.Pizza. Go to MrJims.Pizza. That's MrJims.Pizza. And order now. Use the code EAGLES and get 15% off your entire order. Go Eagles!
Pathway Rehabilitation Sports Therapy in Brock offers all forms of therapy such as physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Pathway Rehabilitation has been providing the highest quality rehab services to patients in acute care, skilled nursing, home health, sport, and orthopedic rehab since 2014. Give them a call at 940-490-0022 or visit their website at pathwayrehab.net. Wishing Brock the best of luck in tonight's game. Go Eagles from Pathway Rehabilitation.
Welcome back to the Mr. Jim's Pizza halftime show. We're at McLean Stadium in Waco tonight. Wimberley leads this one at halftime, 23-7. And now let's take a look inside District 4, 3A. Whitesboro now 2-0 after beating Bells last week, 31-27. We get to see where they're really at tonight against a decent Pottsboro team. They lead that game 20-13 in the third quarter. Peaster now 1-1 after beating Castleberry last week, 44-0. They play Jacksboro tonight, and they lead that game 24-21. Paradise brings back 17 starters from that team last year, and they're 2-0 headed into the night after beating Lindsay and Munster. Now at home against Godley tonight, and they lead that game big, 30-8. Pilot Point under a new coach. They were at Plainview. They lost to Plainview, Oklahoma last week, 27-0. Now play at Farmersville tonight, and they lead that game 16-14. Boyd, another team that brought back a lot of starters, 16 of them, as a matter of fact. They lost to Jacksboro last week, 28-27, and play Fort Worth Country Day tonight, where they lead 24-14. Now, Eric, wouldn't you like to be a fly on that wall in halftime?
Yeah, well, I have seen that situation before, not with Brock, but with others. And it's a lot of appealing to manhood that's going on inside that locker room. It's a lot of appealing to manhood that's going on inside that tunnel right now. And, you know, when Coach Mathis talks to us after the end of the second quarter, or at the end of the second quarter, the reason he's so okay with talking to us, even though he might be down, even though he's been up the last two halves, is because the team is an extension of him. If they're fighting all the way through the first 30 minutes of their first 24 minutes of the game, if they're fighting all the way to the end, he's happy to talk about the fire and the motivation of the players. But he didn't see that at the end of that second quarter, especially the last 8 plays that they ran. He didn't see that fire that he was hoping to see. And that's why he wanted to get inside there and really talk to them and appeal to their manhood. And I'm sure something like, guys, you're going to be a coach one day. You're going to be a coach one day. And what are you going to say to your players when they have their heads down? Because if you can't fix it right now, how are you going to tell them what to do? That I've been in this situation before, and here's what we do. You take care of you. You do your job. Everybody else do their job. Pick up your teammates. There better be a lot of encouraging words going out there. I better not see anybody's head down, and we're going to fight, and we're going to win this game. And it starts with you, number 6, with you, number 2, with you, 77, with you, 54. It starts with you. It starts with you, 22. It starts with doing the execution, the plays that we call, and doing what we ask you to do. Do it every play, and we'll live with the consequences. Now let's get out there and play football.
It's Dr. Gleaton Eye Care kickoff time now as we get set to begin a Comfort Kitchen third quarter. Here from McLean Stadium in Baylor, Brandon Carrillo ready to kick it away for the Texans. Tutter, Watkins stand at their 8-yard line. Brock's offense will be on the field first, and let's see if we can light the fire. Tutter bobbles at the 6, wrangles it in, up to the 15. And he's going to make it across the 20, down to the 22. And a DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, we need that spark here.
This is kind of where you leave it all on the field, guys. You put it all on the field and see where the chips fall, but you got to leave it out there right now.
All right, Moody brings them out from the 22. Wimberley 23, Brock 7.
Let's go ahead and get a touchdown on this first drive. We only have 19 plays through the first half, where Wimberley has 42.
2 wide receivers, 1 right, 1 left. Moody claps once, gives it to Tutter. Tutter, room across the 25 and up to the 27. And there's a 5-yard start for Brett Tutter.
That's a good way to start out. He has 1 rush, I think, of longer than that. So we've got to get number 22 going. But he's got to hold on to the football, and I think he's been a little gun-shy right now. And the Eagles calling a timeout already. Nope, looks like a player's shaking up. We're going to take a Texas Butane timeout. Nope, they're walking him off already. We'll stay right here because they're not going to even take a timeout. He's already getting off the field. But Brett Tutter has got to have confidence that he can do what he's been doing. He played, last 3 games last year? Against Mount Vernon, he played against Whitesboro, he played the state championship game. He's got some big game experience, but he's already played against Pleasant Grove. I think he had a fumble. He had already played against Hershey. He had a fumble. He's got to learn what it takes to compete at this level.
Cotton Tanner near side, trips to the far side on 2nd down 5. Wildcat now, straight ahead. Check that was Moody, just a keeper back to the line of scrimmage. And now 3rd down 5 for the Eagles.
Moody had 12 yards in the first half rushing. He had 61 yards passing, and it was all on 1 play. Actually, he had 60 yards passing because the other pass he completed was a -1 yard.
That was a direct snap to Zach Brewster. Back to the line of scrimmage, now 3rd down 5. Pistol. Give it to Tutter. Tutter, tough running now. He's right at the sticks at the 31.5, about a half a yard shy. Check that. That's Reed Watkins. And now 4th down decision time for Coach Mathis.
Do you say, guys, I believe in you. I think we can get half a yard. We're going to do it right now? Or we're going to quit?
Absolutely. You got to do it right now. This is right at the sticks, a half a yard. 4th down and 1 for the Eagles. Same setup for the Eagles. Single wide receivers left and right. Quick snap. Here comes Watkins again. Watkins has a 1st down and more. Watkins has broke it to midfield inside Texan territory. Reed Watkins down to the 46. It's a Redfin Pools Eagle 1st down.
Big play by Reed Watkins, right back up the middle with a lead block. He gets outside, has a good block from his receiver out there. I think that is Jackson Hart, number 42. And what a big pickup there for Reed Watkins on that rush. That's the longest gain rushing the Eagles have had today.
Tutter checks in. Watkins checks out. This is Carson Moody here to this near side as a receiver. As Brock's going to go Wildcat here from the Wimberley 45, 1st and 10. Straight snap, Brewster off the left side. Brewster's broke it to the 30. Brewster to the 10. Brewster to the house. There's the spark we needed.
Well, it just took 5 plays, and one of the things they were trying to do is get more athleticism because Moody got hurt. Remember when they were down close to the goal line? Moody hurt his ankle, was just not able to move quick enough. By putting Moody out at receiver and doing direct snap, that's 2 direct snaps to Brewster in the last 3 plays, and Brewster 55 yards for the Texas title touchdown over that left side.
Dale's Pest Control extra point now. Is that the spark the Brock Eagles needed? 9:56 remains on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Brock will keep the offense on the field in a 23-13 ball game. Moody in shotgun. Straight drop. He's going to follow Tutter. Rolling right. Back across. Pass caught for the 2-point conversion. That's Carson Finney. Brock trails now 23-15. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Hello, Eagle fans. This is Dr. Chris Wusterhausen, the owner of the Research Clinic. When I founded the Research Clinic in 2008, my goal was to help as many Parker County residents achieve maximal health both physically as well as mentally. The Research Clinic is proud to offer bioidentical hormone replacement, vitamin IV infusions, a vast array of cosmetic procedures, stem cell and PRP therapies, as well as concierge medicine. If you're ready to see what the Research Clinic has to offer you, give us a call at 817-599-9902 or go to theresearchclinic.com.
Riverstone Veterinary Hospital in Brock offers a complete range of veterinary services, including routine vaccinations, hospitalization, critical care, major and minor surgery, dental services, and emergency calls. Dr. Ryan Cate and his staff at Riverstone Veterinary Hospital specialize in large and small animal care and also offer boarding services. Visit Riverstone Veterinary Hospital at 1421 FM 1189 in Brock, Riverstone Veterinary Hospital. Online at riverstonevet.com.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group. Brock has clawed back into this ball game. 9:56 remains third quarter. Texans 23, Eagles 15.
On the Plains Capital scoring drive summary, real quick, it was only 5 plays. That was Tutter with 5 yards. It was a direct snap for 0. It was Reed Watkins for 4, Reed Watkins for 23, and then direct snap to Brewster for 45 yards in the Texas title touchdown.
Dr. Gleaton, I can kickoff, it's bobbled, and Brock has it at the 33. A pooch kick gets the job done.
Gavin Cedillo right there, number 11 on the score, on the program, number 1 in your defensive special teams heart right there. We were just talking about how not only do you have to execute on offense, not only do you have to execute on defense, but you have to execute on special teams. What a play, what a kick. Cedillo was right there, and the Eagles offense is right back out on the field.
Momentum for the boys in goal tonight. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Wimberley 34. Inside give Watkins. Watkins plows ahead for 1, down to the 33, 2nd down 9.
On that Ryan McDonald State Farm stats in that first drive, that was Brewster with 2 carries for 45 yards. Tutter, 1 carry for 5. Reed Watkins, 2 carries for 27 yards. And we got a player shaking up on the field. We need to take a Texas Butane timeout. We'll be right back after this on Brock Sports Network.
Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford is always committed and supportive of the community and the youth of Brock, and would like to invite you and your family out to visit their new family-owned dealership on I-20 West in Weatherford. Besides, everyone and their dog knows Roger Williams makes the best deals. Go Eagles from Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford.
Grayson Leonard able to walk off under his own power on the far sideline. Brock faces a 2nd down 9. 9:40 remains in his Comfort Kitchen third quarter. Wimberley 23, Brock 15. Moody has them set from the 33. Check that, that's Zach Brewster. Takes a direct snap, tries the right side, dodges 1 tackler, and Brewster makes it down near the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down 7.
I think that was only Brock's 2nd. Yep, it was only their 2nd first down of the game earlier in this quarter.
Moody back in. He lines up with Reed Watkins to his right. 3 wide receivers on that far side. Tanner, the single receiver on the near side. And Brock's going to take a Texas Butane timeout. 9:02 remains in the third quarter. Wimberley 23, Brock 15.
Do you have have some honey-do projects that don't ever seem to get done? Or maybe you're looking to build your dream home. Terry can do anything from changing out your light bulbs to building you that magnificent custom home. This is Michelle Harkness with Terry's Tool Belt. We are proud members of the Brock community and members of the Brock Business Connections. Check out our website at terrystoolbelt.com or give Terry a call at 817-360-6368 to see what we have to offer. Let us help you make your dream projects come to life and get rid of your honey-do list. Go Eagles!
Teskey's Saddle Shop is one of the most trusted names in the Western industry, with over 100,000 square feet of bits and spurs, saddle, tack and feed, and supplies. They also have the latest Western fashion in the boutique with names such as Cinch, Wrangler, Ariat, North Face, STS, and many more. And don't forget about Teskey's Outdoors with everything from hunting gear, ammunition, scopes, and all the best in outdoor wear. Call 599-3400 or visit them online at teskeys.com.
Third down, 7 Eagles. From the Wimberley 31, direct snap, Brewster again, nothing happening, back to the line of scrimmage. And for a DOC Holmes call to the sideline, Jaden, you got a halftime report?
And so, as you can imagine, in the locker room, it was not only Mathis. Coach Holt, I heard, had a good speech, but the one and only Mr. Brewster, Coach Brewster, they said, was letting the boys know how it works. So you can credit the intensity coming out to Brewster's halftime speech.
That's 51 years of experience they had in their ear there at halftime, and Coach Brewster. Brock now 4th down, 7. The offense is on the field from the Wimberley 31. Moody in shotgun. He's got Watkins to his right. Twins left, single receiver right. Moody's got him set. He'll bring Brewster in motion left to right. Fake it to him. Straight drop. Moody looking. Clean pocket. Over the middle, caught. Jackson Hart down to the Wimberley 17-yard line. That's our Redfin Pools Eagle first down.
And that's only the third time we've been able to talk about the Redfin Pool first down. And that's the third first down for the Eagles. That time, 14 yards from the 31 down to the 17. That's Tyler Moody with his third completion. And that's Jackson Hart, number 42, on the catch.
Single receiver right and left. Brock 1st and 10 from the Wimberley 17. Handoff Watkins. Watkins bounces it outside. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
They started this drive with 9:54 on the clock here in the third quarter. Actually, they started this drive with 12 minutes ago when they got the kickoff return. They scored in less than, right at 3 minutes, and then they got the ball back on the next Dr. Gleaton eye care kickoff, and now here we are, the fifth play of this drive.
Moody has them set 2nd and 10. Inside give. Watkins bangs his way to the 10. Look at Watkins push inside down to the 9. Watkins is going to make it 3rd down and 3 from the Wimberley 10-yard line. 7 minutes remain in this Comfort Kitchen third quarter. Texans 23, Eagles 15. Brock on the move.
7th play of the drive coming up. They like the direct snap to Brewster because it worked coming out of the third quarter, but it hasn't worked since then, and they're going to get it back to Moody.
Moody in shotgun. He's got Watkins behind him in pistol. Give it to Watkins. Watkins gets in behind his blockers, trying to push here, maybe a yard down to the 8. Now 4th down 2. And Mathis is obviously going to keep the offense on the field for this one.
Well, it's a numbers thing. You're only in the third quarter, 6 minutes in the third quarter. You kick a field goal here, you make it a 5-point game. You might as well see if you can pick up a couple yards. The direct snap looks like it's coming up again, Wildcat.
Both fan bases rise to their feet. Play of the game so far.
They're on the 9. They need to get to the 7 for a first down.
Zach Brewster and Wildcat. He'll have Watkins to his right. 3 wide receivers right. And includes Moody. And Brock's going to take a Texas butane timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:45 remains in this Comfort Kitchen third quarter. Wimberley 23, Brock 15.
For over 25 years, Texas Tire Sales has been the tire, wheel, and complete auto repair shop that Parker County residents turn to for fast, friendly service and top quality new and used tires at discount prices. Texas Tire Sales stocks over 10,000 tires and carries most all major brands including Toyo, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and many more. Visit Texas Tire Sales at 905 Fort Worth Highway. Buy local at Texas Tire Sales. Texans serving Texans since 1990.
Welcome back to the Fathom Inc. broadcast booth. Bobby Gordon, Eric Morris, Jaden Winfrey from McLean Stadium tonight. 5:45 remains on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Wimberley leads at 23-15, but Brock on the move at the Wimberley 9. It's 4th down 2.
Hey, we finally in the Clear Fork Pharmacy red zone. The other touchdowns have been so long.
Moody picks up that's Brewster, a low snap. Look at him push forward to the 5. It's a Redfin Pools 1st and goal.
The Eagles finally inside the Clear Fork Pharmacy red zone. We had a 61-yard catch for a touchdown by Tutter. Then we had a long run by Brewster from way out there. We finally get down here close, and the Eagles get their 3rd first down of the game. And then they get another one with 4th and 2 on the direct snap to Brewster. And the Clear Fork Pharmacy red zone finally gets called.
Moody at quarterback. Fullback Brewster. The tailback is Watkins. One clap, low snap balls on the court. Moody picks it up, scrambling. He's got a man breaking free. Underthrows it, almost intercepted. Incomplete. And we're just glad that one's over.
Okay, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Let's just start over again.
It's going to be 2nd down 5 for the Eagles. 2nd down goal from the 5-yard line.
Moody had his 3rd completion just earlier. Then he had his, 14 yards to Jackson Hart. He had a 61-yard to Tutter. He had a negative 1-yarder to Brewster. And then he had the 14-yarder to Hart.
Finney and Jones, the wide receiver, snap back. Inside give. No, he's going to pull it. Moody rolling right, rolling, and just going to throw this one away. I don't know that they were all set when that ball was snapped. Nonetheless, it brings up 3rd down goal for your Eagles.
So now we got 3rd and goal. Those last 2 plays, I don't think the coaches were happy with what happened on those plays. It looks like Coach Mathis is trying to keep Tyler Moody motivated to do some stuff, and I think he saw somebody open on that last play. He just didn't pull the trigger.
Let's see what Coach Christensen, the offensive coordinator, comes up with here on 3rd and goal from the Wimberley 5. Watkins picking his way. Watkins down to the 1, down to the half-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down and goal.
Well, if you went for it on 4th down once, you got it. You went for it on 4th down a 2nd time and got it.
Sugar huddle. Moody brings him quickly to the line. He's under center. Snap back. He's going to push. Needs a lot of help here.
Nope.
And he's not going to get in. They're going to rule him down at about the 1-foot-yard line, and the Texans have held. 4:16 remains. In this Comfort Kitchen 3rd quarter, it's a turnover on downs. Wimberley 23, Brock 15. Back in a moment on the Brock Sports Network.
This is Heath Wallace, owner of Wallace Spray Foam and Ameritex Concrete Services. For over 22 years, I've used the philosophy, do it right or don't do it at all. Same is true with Ameritex Concrete Services. Let Wallace do your next spray foam or concrete job to show you how it's done right. Visit us at wallacesprayfoam.com or call 817-992-1871.
You need to call Wallace Spray Foam. You need to call Wallace Spray Foam.
Back at McLean Stadium in Waco, 4:16 remains on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate 3rd quarter scoreboard. Wimberley now buried at their 1-yard line after they held Brock on 4th and goal. Stover straight drop, rolls out, in trouble. Brock's going to wrangle him in at the 3-yard line. A gain of 2, 2nd down 8.
Those last 3 plays from Brock, it was a messed up play. We get some yards, and then a messed up play. And when you get down inside that 5-yard line, you can't have wasted plays.
Second down 8 now for the Texans from their 3-yard line. Stover stands at his end zone. Handoff inside. He's going to be brought down at the 4-yard line. Hunter Fay there, the ball carrier. And it brings up third down 7. And let's see if the Eagles can keep them pinned back here.
Well, the defense had the Texans start on their 8-yard line earlier. Now they start on the 1-yard line. After 2 plays, they're on the 4-yard line.
Stover, bookended by Boyle and Paul. He's going to roll right on third down. Pass caught on that far sideline. That's Birdsong. And it's going to be a Texan first down up at the 12-yard line.
And let me see what I have here on them as far as first downs. That is 7, 8. That is their 9th first down of the game.
Inside give now. Lots of gold jerseys there. Brought him down after a gain of 1. It's going to ring up second down 9 from the Wimberley 13-yard line. Cooper Massey was there. Very important here with 2:40 remaining in this third quarter that the Brock defense can keep them pinned in their own territory. Second down and 8. Stover's going to roll left. Looking under pressure. Couple of yards up to the 15-yard line. And once again, here comes another big third down.
We need a third down research clinic. Stop right here as Trace Roger in there making that tackle.
2:15 remains in this Comfort Kitchen third quarter. Wimberley 23, Brock 15, and a big third down. Stover in shotgun, trips to the far side right. Single receiver left, Stover's going to roll to the trip side, throw over that far side, pass hit the turf, incomplete.
The official all the way on the other side threw his hand down on the turf, showing an incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 4th and 7.5. Here comes the punt team.
Mark it at the Wimberley 15-yard line. Reed Watkins will run back inside his own territory, and the Brock defense for the moment is held with 1:56 remaining on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Winston Burchell will stand at his 2-yard line. High snap, Burchell wrangles it in. Low line drive kick hits. Watkins takes it. And he's up to the 48-yard line, but Jaden, once again, he comes up and may have saved 8 or 9 yards by coming up and taking that.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So they continue to work on Moody's leg over on the side. They're just working around on his leg area. It looks like a pulled muscle or something, but they're trying to keep him going.
All right, Eric, what are you looking for on this drive here?
I think we're going to see some more of the Wildcat. And Brewster, I'm sure he can throw the football, but you know what he hadn't done? He hasn't warmed up throwing the football. It was Finney, I think, that was warming up throwing the football. That's one thing that it's tough to do, to be the pitch pass thrower when you haven't ever even thrown the ball until it's your turn to throw it. But Moody's going out there right now, looks like at the quarterback position. He's going to work through it.
Here comes this Brock Eagles offense. Mark it at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10. Twins to the near side right. Finney in motion, right to left. Fake it to him. Give it inside to Tutter. And Tutter's hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Second down 10.
I think if there's a way to get Brett Tutter outside one-on-one, he does a lot better when he gets to make a move on somebody. It's tough for him inside the tackles right now, just getting past that defense. And they're just, because they're not very big, that means they're a little bit quicker, and our bigger guys aren't able to handle them. And they're getting through the gaps and getting Tutter for no gain again.
Jones, Cannon, Stevens, and Brewster to the far side as trips. This is Cotton Tanner here on the near side. Second down, 10 Eagles. From their 49, snap back, Moody. Looking on a quick slant. That looked a little early and a late flag. He got that one right. They were draped around Cotton Tanner's neck. And that should be pass interference against Wimberley.
Cotton Tanner getting out there, making a play. Looked like he had an opportunity to get it, but they were all over him and just not able to get anything done right there.
Officials conferring at midfield. He was draped all over him. 59 seconds remain in this Comfort Kitchen third quarter. Bobby Gordon, Eric Morris, and a Fathom Inc. broadcast boot. Pass interference, the call officially now against the Texans. And this will take it down to the Texan 42-yard line and an Eagles 1st and 10.
That's the fourth Redfin Pool first down of the game with just under a minute left in the third quarter.
Moody in shotgun. He'll have Tutter to his left, Brewster the fullback. Once again inside to Tutter, but tough running in there. They've got him bottled up back at the 43. He lost one.
Again, Brett Tutter trying to go up the, looks like the C gap that time on the right side, and just not able to get anything going on. But we do get past the Blue Eagle construction 50-yard line. And if you've been enjoying the graphics tonight, thank you, Rob Matthews, for putting all the effort in to get the graphics up there. So now you know who's behind the scenes. That's Captain Rob Matthews.
Second down 11 from a Wimberley 43-yard line. Moody in shotgun, Brewster in motion, give it to him on a jet, and lots of white jerseys. That's Finney. Finney breaking tackles. Finney down to the 37-yard line, and that's going to bring up third down in a much more manageable 5 yards.
With Moody being a little bit on the gimpy side, that's going to be the end of the Comfort Kitchen third quarter, and the Eagles making a run down 15-23 on Brock Sports Network.
I love Willow Park Baptist Church. The minute you walk in the doors, they love you like your family.
My life has been changed because of this church.
When you're here, it's special. It really can't be described.
I'm Pastor Clark Bozier. I want to invite you and your family to come and be a part of the incredible things God is doing here. We would love to meet you this Sunday morning at 8:30, 10, or 11:30, or at our evening service at 6 p.m.
Find more information at willowparkbaptist.org. Willow Park Baptist Church, a church on an eternal mission.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group as we get set for a Bilby Real Estate fourth quarter. Texans 23, Eagles 15. The Eagles have third down 5 inside the Texans 40 at the 37-yard line.
We appreciate Big Earl Bilbrey for sponsoring the fourth quarter for us.
Moody for the moment in shotgun. He'll have Tutter with him. Single receiver left, single receiver right. Brewster's the fullback. Fake it to Tutter. Moody's in trouble in the backfield. He's just going to have to throw this one away under a lot of duress there, and it brings up fourth down 5.
His receiver, Jackson Hart, went down about 10 yards and was pretending like he was blocking. Then he broke away, but by that time, Moody needed to throw the football, so he just didn't have his head around. Moody couldn't have thrown it because Hart did not have his head around, ready to be able to receive the football.
Just underway in the fourth quarter as we look to the McGuire team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Wimberley 23, Brock 15, fourth down 5 now for your Eagles from the Texan 37.
Big play here.
2 wide receivers right and left. Tutter stands to Moody's left-hand side on 4th and 5. Fake the inside give. Moody deep middle. Brewster caught it at the 20. Brewster breaking down to the 15. It's a Redfin Pools Eagle first down and a huge play for your Eagles.
We'll come back after the player that's shaken up on the field to talk about that, but the Eagles get a big play. This might be a little bit longer break than we wanted. But we will come back right after this on Brock Sports Network.
Bell Stone is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagles and Lady Eagles, serving Weatherford, Aledo, Willow Park, Fort Worth, South Lake, and the surrounding area with landscape materials, natural stone, pavers, patio stone, and masonry for ponds, retaining walls, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and more. Bellstone has an experienced staff available to assist in product selection and can help you with all aspects of your construction project. Contractors, architects, homeowners welcome. Visit Bellstone online or stop by their location, 4801 East I-20 in Willow Park. Call 817-441-9590 for Bellstone. Go Eagles!
Big Earl with Brilbury Real Estate at 1130 FM 1189 is the go-to man for your next real estate transaction in Brock or the surrounding North Texas area. Have land or a home to sell? Or are you looking for a place to live in the Brock area? Call Big Earl at 325-203-2972. That's 325-203-2972. Brilbury Real Estate says go Eagles and Lady Eagles.
First and 10 Eagles from the Wimberley's 15-yard line. Moody in shotgun claps once, gives it. Watkins hit in the backfield and dropped. He's going to lose yardage back to the 17-yard line.
On the last play before we took the break, they were working on that play in pregame. I was watching Moody throw the football to Brewster in pregame, and what he did is he just took the ball and threw it up the seam, and Brewster just took off. He cut across toward the middle in between the hash marks and was able to make that catch for 22 yards, and that is the third out of fourth down plays where they were able to convert to a first down.
Now second down 12 for your Eagles. Mark it at the Texans 17-yard line. Moody in shotgun. He's got two wide receivers left, two right. Straight drop for Moody. Now flushed right, looking middle. Caught by Cotton Tanner, and he walks in for the Eagle touchdown. The defender falls down. Cotton Tanner grabs it, and the Eagles are with an extra point away from notching this one up.
When Moody threw that football, there were four guys right in that 10, 12-yard area, two defenders and two Brock players. Normally you don't see all that many people in that same section. Cotton Tanner just says, I'm going up to get this football, and Moody puts it right where only his man could get it. Tanner jumps up in the air, catches the football, and then he says, everybody's laying down on the ground. I think I'll just walk this thing in for the Texas title touchdown.
So that makes the score 23-21, and the Brock offense obviously remains on the field. They got trips to the far side. Moody in shotgun, straight drop. Looking, plenty of time. Now flush right, looking to the back of the end zone. It's caught! 2-point conversion, it's good. It's Carson Finney, and with 10:49 remaining, we're knotted at 23.
It's going to be pass interference on the defense. They were holding Cotton Tanner. They thought, man, this guy must be the player of the team over here. That 13's doing everything to us. We're going to have to see if we can keep him from catching this ball, but that's not who Moody was throwing it to that time. Unless they're saying it's offensive pass interference. Let's see. Either way, if it's offensive pass interference, then it's a no-go.
DOC Holmes called at the sideline. Jaden, what do you got?
It looked like it was clear to me, but I didn't even see the penalty come out, but it looks like from our guys' shoulders, it's going to be on us.
Well, it happened.
Illegal touching against the offense is the first call. We have defensive holding on it, so these are probably going to offset, and we're going to have to replay this 2-point conversion.
They're saying that the receiver, I guess it was Finney, went outside the back of the end zone. He came back in. He was the first one to touch the football. At the same time, there was defensive holding, and that's what I was talking about on Cotton Tanner. They were holding him. So let's just reset this thing and do it again.
Keep it at the 3-yard line. Brock shuffling in and out. Moody will run off to the far side, so we're going Wildcat here. Brewster looking to the sideline. We still don't have the play. Play clock still at 25, so plenty of time. It hasn't even started to run yet. 10:49 remains in this Brilbury Real Estate fourth quarter. Brock on the verge of knotting this one up with his 2-point conversion. It'll be Brewster and Wildcat.
There's a lot of signals going back and forth from the coaches to the players, back to the coaches, and the coaches back to the players again.
Now all of a sudden the play clock under 5, 4, 2, 1. And Mathis runs down the sideline to call the timeout, and that is their final timeout of the half. We'll take a Texas Butane timeout with them. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Brent Goff Financial Services has been serving the financial needs of individuals, families, and business owners for more than 24 years, striving to develop long-term relationships and providing viable strategies for every element of the wealth management equation. Visit Brent Goff Financial Services on 1187 in Aledo and ask him about retirement planning, financial planning, and risk management, or call him at 817-631-0816. Brent Goff Financial Services says, Go Eagles!
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group. We're at the beautiful McLean Stadium in Waco tonight, and it's been a good one. Brock has come storming back in the second half, and with 10:49 remaining in this Wimberley Real Estate fourth quarter, they have a two-point conversion as they trail 23-21.
26 plays for the Eagles already in this second half. They didn't have that many in the whole first half. And we still got 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
It'll be Wildcat again. This will be Brewster in pistol formation. He'll have Reed Watkins behind him. Now move him to this left side. Two wide receivers left, one right. Straight ahead. This is Brewster reaching for the end zone, and the two-point conversion is good.
That's just a really athletic play by number 2, Brewster. He saw that he was going to be short. He used all of his strength to put that ball out in front of him over the goal. And he put it, once he got past the line, it was going to be called a point after two-point conversion. And the Eagles have tied this game up at 23. So far, the Eagles, not so good the first half, all Wimberley the first half. Second half, all Eagles. Wimberley hasn't done much, but here comes the kickoff to get this thing started off. We'll be right back after this on Brock Sports Network.
When you need a new roof on your home or commercial property, give Brock Roofing and Construction a call. This is April Parr, owner of Brock Roofing and proud supporter of your Brock Eagles. We are family-owned, local, and will always put relationships over transactions. Think you have hail damage? We offer free roof inspections and can answer any questions you may have about the insurance process. Find us on Instagram or Facebook, or better yet, give us a call at 817-307-6153. Roll Brock.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group, and it is loud and it is a lot of a great atmosphere here at McLean Stadium. 10:49 remains in this Wimberley Real Estate fourth quarter. Dr. Gleaton Eye Care kickoff time now. Wimberley 23, Brock 23.
Well, I had no thought that it was going to come back this quick.
Brody Baker's kick to Birdsong. Brought in at the 11-yard line. Tries this right side. Brock pops him at the 24-yard line. That's Dakota Courtney. And bring on this Brock Eagles defense.
On the Plains Capital Bank scoring drive, your Eagles 8 plays. They started from their own 49-yard line. After a pass interference call, they get moved up to the 43. And then it was a big pass from Moody to Brewster on a third and five. Fourth and 5, and Brewster gets 22 yards. We get down to the 15, and 2 plays later, that is Moody to Cotton Tanner for the 17-yard Texas title touchdown.
From the 24-yard line, the Texans 1st and 10. Stover in shotgun. He'll bring a receiver in motion, left to right, fake it to Birdsong. From the backside is Hunter Fay, bringing him down at the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit there by the junior.
Hunter Fay, fresh legs from last week, already made several tackles today. The Wimberley Texans only have 6 plays. That's a 7th play so far in this second half. In the second half, this is all they've done. This is only their second time to have the football.
As we look to the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard, 10-10 and counting in this fourth quarter. We're knotted at 23. Stover stands in shotgun, fake the handoff, roll right. The pressure's coming. Brock's going to wrangle him in. Trace Roger gets him back at the 21.
That's a tackle for no gain, a tackle for loss. That probably was a sack right there because I think he was trying to throw the football. So we're giving a sack for Trace Roger on that one.
DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden, I think you're right. They found something down there in that Wildcat.
Yeah, definitely. So on defense, guys, our defensive ends, when they snap the ball, they're shooting, and they're making sure they're keeping contained on that quarterback, making him turn back into our other guys, and it's working well.
Thank you, Jaden. From the 22, it's 3rd down 12. Let's see if this Eagles defense can pin their ears back. 4 down linemen, Stover and shotgun, inside give, and look at the yellow gold jersey swarm. Brock Reicher was there. They bring him down at the 24-yard line, and it's 4th down, and here comes the punt team.
Well, this is only their 9th play, so Wimberley had 40-something plays in the first half. So far, with 9 minutes left to go in the Bilbrey Real Estate fourth quarter, they only have 9 plays.
Winston Burchell stands at his 11 in punt formation. Reed Watkins ready at his own 40. The punt snap skips in, wrangled in, high hanging kick. Hits on the far side and bounces down to the Brock 36-yard line. And let's bring back out this Brock Eagles offense. Guys, we talked about it a little bit, but we talked about the experience on this Brock Eagles sideline. Coach Brewster, 51 years on the sideline. He's going to forget more than I'll ever know.
He had to use a lot of it in that halftime speech because the Eagles came out on full tilt mode. And whether you got a little injury, I'm sure any injury that you have, I'm sure the coach says that's a long way from the heart.
1st and 10 Eagles from their own 36. Moody sets them with 8:35 remaining. Low snap. Hands it off Tutter. Tutter needs to break one tackle. Oh, he almost had it. He's made it up to the 49. It's going to be a Redfin Pools Eagle 1st down. He was a shoestring away from a house call.
I've seen Brett Tutter get out of that plenty of times. He just looked like he was just a little bit off on his footing. A big block in there for Trace Roger, and a good defensive tackle there for the Wimberley Texans.
Moody sets them with trips to this near side left.
Is that their 6th Redfin Pool 1st down?
1st and 10 from the inside give. Tutter. Tutter inside Wimberley territory. Tutter banging his way down to the 47-yard line. Give Brett Tutter 5 yards. 7:50 and counting. And a Bilbrey Real Estate fourth quarter.
Well, how about last week we had a 7-minute and 9-second drive at the end of the game to tie that up. At the end of the fourth quarter, I take it back. Let's see if we can do it one more time.
Back in Wildcat now for the Eagles. Straight ahead. Now he bounces it outside. Brewster stiff arm down to the 43-yard line. Let's see where they mark this. It looks to be about 2 yards shy. Mark it at the 43. 3rd down 2.
That was a tough tackle right there for Brewster. Sometimes that doesn't work out so well. But Brewster gets a couple of yards. They might as well just run that same play 2 more times and get that 1st down.
Moody runs off to the far side. Mark this at the Wimberley 43. 3rd down 2 for the Eagles. Moody moves, or check that. Zach Brewster moves Tutter over to his left side. 3 wide receivers on that far side. Snap back, straight ahead. Brewster's got a block. Brewster down to the 33-yard line. It's a Redfin Pools Eagle 1st down.
That's another one move. Pick up those feet and you jump right over. And that one's going to the house again. Let's see, 4, 5.
Moody brings him straight back to the line. He's in shotgun. He's got Reed Watkins to his immediate right-hand side. 3 wide receivers once again on that far side. 6:30 remaining in this fourth quarter. Wimberley 23, Brock 23, inside give. Watkins hitting the backfield, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 34, 2nd down 11.
That's our 7th Redfin Pool 1st down. In the first half, we only had a couple. And here already we've had almost twice as many, 3 times as many as we've had in the first half, we've had in the second half. The Eagles on the move again. Inside the 30, right at the 33-yard line going in. Clock ticking down under 6 minutes now.
Moody once again runs off to that far side. Zach Brewster in shotgun. 3 wide receivers. To his right. Snap back, looking for a block. This time they're going to hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's going to bring up 3rd down 11 now for the Eagles.
Well, they did exactly what I said. They run the same play twice again. But the first time it went for a good yardage. That time there it didn't do anything. I don't think he got negative yards. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. And this time they're going to try a good old-fashioned shotgun with a back to the side.
You're talking about Zach Brewster, who's going both ways. Outside linebacker, fullback, Wildcat quarterback. 3rd down 11 for your Eagles from the Wimberley 34. Watkins at tailback. He lines up to Moody's right. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left. Moody claps once. Straight drop.
There he is.
Looking, heaving it deep. Looking for his guy. Tipped, incomplete.
I think that ball was thrown over to Tanner, but it got tipped, and it hit right in the hands of, is that Brewster or Finney over there? I can't see. It must be Finney, and Finney just not able to hold on to it. You're seeing the replay. The quarterback took a big hit after the play. I'm surprised they didn't call something along the lines of personal foul on the quarterback right there. Watch this. Boom. He's throwing it over there. He got knocked down. It hit right in the hands of Carson Finney, but he just wasn't ready for that. Now it's a big 4th and 11 now for your Eagles.
We've got 4:49 remaining on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard. Moody shotgun. Reed Watkins in motion. Empty backfield. Here comes the rush. Moody escapes the first one. In trouble. He's not going to escape the second one. He's going to be brought down on the far side, and it's a turnover on downs.
I think they're 3 for 5 now on going for it on 4th down, and nothing really you could do there. They had somebody in motion. The wheel route was going to be in effect, but it was going to the complete opposite side of the way Moody was running. It looked like he may have had somebody, but there's no way he could have gotten rid of it. And with 4:40 left, we're tied at 23, the Texans with the football.
From the 40-yard line, Brock has no timeouts. 4:40 remains. Stover in shotgun. He stands at his 35, straight drop. Stover looking deep left side, looking for Birdsong, and the pass falls incomplete over there. 2nd down 10, and more importantly, stops that clock.
Well, in high school football, there's no such thing, or face guarding is not illegal to do. You just can't touch them. And that time, it looked like Finney was out there all over him, and he had his back turned to the ball, but he's not able to make a reception over there on the sidelines.
2nd down 10 for Wimberley from their 40. Stover in shotgun. Twins right, single receiver left. Ball straight ahead. Across the 42 to the 43. It's going to bring up 3rd down 7. A DOC Holmes call to the sideline. Jaden have to lean on that defense one more time.
Well, they're fighting, guys. They're for sure out there putting forth the effort. They are really, when he tries to, roll out, those guys, you can see our whole line moving out there with him. You got guys backfilling for the cutback. We are really covering them good coming out of the backfield.
All right, play of the game so far for your Eagles defense. 3rd down 7 from the Wimberley 44. 3 wide receivers here on the near side. Stover, straight drop, looking on that left side, and great coverage out there. Pass incomplete. Stops the clock with 3:58 remaining, and 4th down.
Luke Kearley on the blitz got in there and made Stover have to do something and let go of the ball before he was ready, and it was underthrown on that outside, and the Eagles defense holds again on the Research Clinic 3rd down stop.
Reed Watkins will drop back and stand at his 20-yard line. Birchall stands at his 30. Snap is back, heavy rush. Kick is away, a line drive. Watkins is going to get away from it, and this takes a Texan bounce. Down to the 10-yard line, and with 3:48 remaining, your Eagles are 90 yards away with no timeouts.
That was a tough play right there for Reed Watkins. If the ball hadn't bounced so high, he probably could have kept it from going any further. But 3:48 on the clock. Your Eagles are getting a few seconds here before they have to come out.
And we've had 3 really good ball games to open up this season.
We
have
have.
we not?
I mean, you think about the The Eagles being ahead at the Pleasant Grove game, the Eagles being ahead at the Hershey game, the Eagles being tied at 30 at the Hershey game, and here we are tied again at 23.
Let's start this drive from the 10. Inside give. Tutter breaking tackles across the 15. Tutter up to the 17-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain for Brett Tutter. Second down 3, 3:35 and counting.
I think that's what Tutter seems to be able to do a lot better, is going to the C gap and the D gap, or the 6 and 8, 7 and 9 versus the 2, 3, and 4.
Brock 23, Wimberley 23, second down 3 for the Eagles. Moody claps once, no movement. Now he'll look to the sideline. Coach Christensen gets into play on 2nd and 3.
They've changed their defense a little bit. Instead of the 4-3, now they got a 4 with a 1, 2 outside backers.
3:05 and counting. Straight drop now for Moody. Deep right side. And the pass is batted away at the last second.
I bet Finney would like to have that one over again and jump up in the air. Just give him one more chance. Jump up and get that ball. I think he comes down with it.
Pass intended for Carson Finney. He had a shot at that one. Stops the clock with 2:58. Now Brock, 3rd down 3. Inside, or check that at the 17-yard, their own 17-yard line.
It looked like he may have had Hart up the seam as well, but he decided to go to Finney. It's a good play, just not able to complete.
Jet Jones runs to the far side. It's Cannon Stevens and Zach Brewster here as twins left. Tutter lines up to Moody's left-hand side. Play clock at 10. Play still coming in. He moves Tutter over to his right. Play clock at 5. Inside give. Tutter pounding away. Let's see where they mark this. Ooh, this is going to be close.
They may have to bring the chains out on this one. They're saying 4th down, but I bet the coach at least gets an opportunity to see how far.
It's about a half a yard shy. And what do you do here on 4th and a half yard? Backed up inside your own territory. 2:35 and counting remains.
I got an idea. Let's bring Cam Harris in. Let's get a big block right up there in front.
Jet Jones checks out. Cam Harris in. Once again, now remember, Tyler Moody is your punter. Late substitution here on this near side. Jet Jones checks back in. Now they're going to have a little sugar huddle.
They better hurry.
They break it quick. Play clock at 5. Moody under center. And he snaps it. Ball's on the turf. And this is trouble. It's going to end up being a loss of 1 and a turnover on downs inside our own 20.
Well, now we're 3 for 6 on going for it on 4th down. And you know what happens when you're a shotgun team? You know what you don't get to work on very much, and that's a quarterback-center exchange. And that's what they tried to do. The Eagles tried to get Moody up in there inside, and it didn't look like he was able to hold on to the football. And nonetheless, with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter, it's 23-all, and here come the Wimberley Texans inside the 20-yard line going in.
All right, let's lean on this Brock Eagles defense again. From the 19-yard line, the Texans 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Twins to the far side. Empty backfield for Stover. Snap and a straight drop. He's looking deep left side. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Wimberley.
That looked like 2 different Eagle defenders ran by the ball. I don't know if they could have stuck their hand out or something. The good news is they scored right away. There's still 2 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. But the Eagles are down 6 right now, and they're an extra point away from being down 7.
Brandon Carrillo on for the extra point. The senior kicker awaiting the snap. High snap wrangled in. Kick is up from Carrillo, and it's good. 2 minutes remain in this 4th quarter. The Texans 30, Brock 23. We return to Brock Eagles football in a moment on the Brock Sports Network.
Real estate in Texas requires attention to detail. Real estate in Parker County also requires attention to customer needs. At the Cates Group, we specialize in both. Whether it be residential, farming, ranch, or commercial, we provide the detail and service needed to get the best deal for you and to get it closed. Listing your property or finding the best deal in town? Visit us right here in Brock or check us out on our Facebook page. The Cates Group, your Brock real estate brokerage. Go Eagles and Lady Eagles from the Cates Group.
Fuzzy's Taco Shop is your one-stop taco shop for breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, hang time, game time. You get the picture. Our Fuzzy's Baja-inspired tacos, nachos, burritos, and fresh salads are perfect for any time of the day. Grab your ticket stub and head into your local Weatherford Fuzzy's today or tomorrow for free chips and queso with a $5 purchase.
For over 33 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has been...
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Case Group. With 2 minutes remaining, Wimberley has retaken the lead. Now 30-23 over your Eagles.
This Bilbrey fourth quarter has had a lot of plays for the Eagles, but not many for Wimberley. Wimberley scored for the first time in the second half.
Dr. Gleaton Eye Care kickoff time now for Brandon Carrillo. A high-hanging kick that Watkins will bobble at his 5-yard line. He's got to get it wrangled in here, and it goes out of bounds. And Brock will be 95 yards away and no timeouts.
Well, they were 90 yards away last time, and they got 10 yards, but they lost a little bit. This time they got 95 yards, 1 minute, 57 seconds on the clock. Now it's time to dial up the good plays.
Mark it at the 5-yard line. Moody will stand in his end zone. 1st and 10, Twins right, single receiver left. They'll bring Brewster in motion right to left. Snap back. Fakes the inside give, deep left side, heaves it. Jet Jones going up, he can't bring it down. Pass falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up 2nd down 10.
That time Jet Jones did jump up to get that ball, but the defender pushed him in the shoulder pads right as he was coming down with it and not able to hold on. And it looks like they've got their big tight end in there on defense now. I don't remember seeing him in there before, but he's just in there for a big body, I think.
Jackson Hart, Carson Finney to the far side. Twins right, Twins left. 2nd down 10, Eagles, 1:51 remains. Moody stands at his goal line. Snap back, fakes the inset. Look out, here comes the rush. Moody's going to try to get rid of this one. And they're going to call this an incomplete pass. Waiting on the ruling from the officials.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 3rd down 10. Let's go a DOC Holmes call to the sideline, Jake. Now a late flag comes out.
They're going to call intentional grounding, guys.
Well, that's not such a huge deal because they can't go anywhere. They're only on the 5.
Yeah, but the ball didn't go past the goal line, so doesn't that mean it's a
it's
a safety?
It's a safety. The ball did not make it out. You're right, Jaden. It's a safety for the Wimberley defense.
He didn't have a prayer, guys. As soon as he got the ball, he had 3 guys all over him.
Well, I think that's one of the things as a quarterback you have to do your pre-snap reads and make your checks based on what's going on. And you got to get rid of it quicker.
So on the McGuire Team Clark Real Estate scoreboard, 1:45 remains in this 4th quarter. The Texans 32, the Eagles 23. Coach Mathis pleading his case down there. But now it'll be a free kick now after the safety.
It's been a while since the Eagles have had a safety and a free kick. And everybody remembers what game it was, what round it was, and who the other team was. I don't even need to say it.
$1:45 remains in this one. And Brock trails 32-23. Brock will now have a free kick from the 20-yard line.
The difference about a free kick versus a regular kickoff is if you do your regular kickoff with your pooch kick, you're still kicking it on your own side of the field, but it looks like the Texans are going to take a Texas Butane timeout here in the Wimberley Real Estate fourth quarter. Back after this on Brock Sports Network.
Providing prompt, professional, and friendly service to their customers throughout North Texas. Lightfoot Mechanical is the area's premier choice for air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical services. Backed by their exclusive lifetime workmanship warranty and their 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Call Lightfoot Mechanical today, 817-596-0309, or stop by 1026 Fort Worth Highway, or visit them online at lightfootmechanical.com.
Greetings to all you fans of the Brock Eagles. This is Mr. Jim from MrJims.Pizza. Nothing goes together better than Eagles football and MrJims.Pizza. Go to MrJims.Pizza. That's MRJIMS.Pizza. And order now. Use the code EAGLES and get 15% off your entire order. Go Eagles!
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group. 145 remains in this Wimberley Real Estate fourth quarter. Texans 32, Eagles 23.
But the other side of it is you actually can still do an onside kick.
Brody Baker is on, and it is indeed an onside. Recovered by the Texans at the 33. Brock is out of timeouts. And only 1:43 remaining.
I can't remember having this many turnover on downs in one game. The Texans have shown more than I thought they would, but basically 4 turnovers and then 4 additional turnover on downs by the Eagles.
Victory formation now by the Texans as the ball rests at the Eagle 33. Stover will take one snap as the clock will start to roll with 1:35.
Art on the out-of-town Rutledge Real Estate out-of-town scoreboard. Boyd up over Country Day, 32-24. Peaster down to Jacksboro, 30-48. Paradise up big on Godley, 51-15. The Whitesboro-Pottsboro game tied at 27. Ponder, 42-37 over Crum. Lorena, 58-22 over Cedar Hill. Diboll down to Franklin, 28-17. Pilot Point losing to Farmersville, 21-18. And Mount Vernon up on Omaha Pewitt, 42-36. And that's the Rutledge Realty out-of-town scoreboard.
Stover takes a knee. And we go under 40 seconds remaining in this one. He'll do it one more time, and that will do it. Wimberley, 32. Brock, 23. Eric, that came out on fire there after halftime. Took a lead.
It's hard to continue to go for it on 4th down 4 and 5 times. They were able to get 3 of them, but then they weren't able to get 3 of them. And that was a big deal. And we need to come up with a daily grind player of the game. And we'll be right back after this on Brock Sports Network.
Pathway Rehabilitation Sports Therapy and Brock offers all forms of therapy such as physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Pathway Rehabilitation has been providing the highest quality rehab services to patients in acute care, skilled nursing, home health, sport, and orthopedic rehab since 2014. Give them a call at 940-490-0022 or visit their website at pathwayrehab.net. Wishing Brock the best of luck in tonight's game. Go Eagles from Pathway Rehabilitation.
Hello, Eagle fans. This is Dr. Chris Wusterhausen, the owner of the Research Clinic. When I founded the Research Clinic in 2008, my goal was to help as many Parker County residents achieve maximal health both physically as well as mentally. The Research Clinic is proud to offer bioidentical hormone replacement, vitamin IV infusions, a vast array of cosmetic procedures, stem cell and PRP therapies, as well as concierge medicine. If you're ready to see what the Research Clinic has to offer you, give us a call at 817-599-9902 or go to theresearchclinic.com.
Riverstone Veterinary Hospital in Brock offers a complete range of veterinary services, including routine vaccinations, hospitalization, critical care, major and minor surgery, dental services, and emergency calls. Dr. Ryan Cate and his staff at Riverstone Veterinary Hospital specialize in large and small animal care and also offer boarding services. Visit Riverstone Veterinary Hospital at 1421 FM 1189 in Brock, Riverstone Veterinary Hospital. Online at riverstonevet.com.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group, your final from McLean Stadium in Baylor. The Texans 32, the Eagles 23 as they all huddle together at midfield. And let's take one final look at the Rutledge Realty out-of-town scoreboard. It was Wall defeating Jim Ned 3-0 tonight. Bushland all over Childress 43-0. Stephenville over Decatur 52-34. It was Shallowater over Hereford 48-18. Burke Burnett 29, Iowa Park 22 is your final. Boyd upends Fort Worth Country Day 32-24. Jacksboro beats Peaster 48-30. Still in the fourth quarter, Paradise 51, Godley 15. And your final from Pottsboro, Whitesboro 35, Pottsboro 27. Grandview all over Dallas Live Oak 53-0. Ponder beating Crum 42-37 late fourth quarter. Lorena, they take care of Cedar Hill Life 58-30. Malakoff squeaks by Salado 29-27. And it was Franklin all over Diboll in the end 35-23. Pilot Point was beaten tonight by Farmersville 21-18. Late in the fourth quarter, Caminero 40, Waco Conley 39. Mount Vernon, this one's getting late, 42-38 over Omaha Pewitt. Eric, there's not a lot to say about this one. You saw some good, you saw a lot of bad, but still a lot to learn from.
I'm not sure when it occurred, when Moody hurt his ankle or leg or whatever it was. I'm not sure where or when it occurred. I know where it occurred, and it was down in our own end zone. And we just weren't able to get out of that end zone earlier when it was in the first quarter, I think. But going into the halftime, I just knew they had something in there that they could bring out. And they found something in the Wildcat with Zach Brewster. And doing what he was doing, I really thought, okay, here we come back. We score 16 quick points. We get the ball, we have the ball, we score, we get the ball again, we score. They get the ball just a little bit. We hold them again on defense. But then we kept having to go for 4th and 1s, 4th and 3s. And we were able to do it 3 times, 3 out of 4 early, and then we're not able to do the last 2 times. But I saw some stuff in the first half that I hope I don't see again. I'm pretty sure the coaches took care of that at halftime. But if anything, the Eagles saw when they come out and they play Eagle football and they have fire and motivation to do those things that they're supposed to do, that their coaches give them how to execute plays, they can play with anybody in 3A and the top 10 teams in 4A Division II, and they got to have their heads up about this. They're not playing the teams that they normally play in pre-district. These are good teams. These are top 10 teams in the region above them. So what they're finding out is maybe in 2 years, if they have to move up a classification, they know that they're already able to compete with these other teams. However, next week, they get the #1 team in the state in 3A Division II, the classification just below them. So they're not playing any powder puffs in the pregame schedule, the pre-district schedule. And that's exactly what you want going into district and going into the playoffs, is to get prepared. And that's what Riker said last week. Work harder, prepare better, condition more, and read keys quicker. And they were able to do that a little bit tonight, especially in the second half, but not able to do it enough. And really, Wimberley only had one play that they ran right there at the end for that touchdown. Other than that, the defense did great. They only scored that one touchdown in the second half, and that's got to bode well for the defense. We held them, and we were able to score 16 points to their 8 in the second half, or their 9 with the safety. So, anyways, a lot of things to work on, and the Christmas muffler things to work on. That's what needs to be fixed right there.
Jaden, your thoughts on the second half?
We came out with the fire that I expected. It just, you can't turn it over that many times against a team like this and, come out on the other end. We burned the 3 timeouts early. Those 4th down conversions, man, to win a game, you got to get those 4th down and a half yard. Those are plays you got to make.
All right, when we come back, Jaden will have an interview with our Daily Grind player of the game, Zach Brewster, and head coach Billy Mathis. You're listening to Eagles football on the Brock Sports Network.
Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford is always committed and supportive of the community and the youth of Brock, and would like to invite you and your family out to visit their new family-owned dealership on I-20 West in Weatherford. Besides, everyone and their dog knows Roger Williams makes the best deals. Go Eagles from Roger Williams Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Weatherford.
Do you have some honey-do projects that don't ever seem to get done? Or maybe you're looking to build your dream home. Terry can do anything from changing out your light bulbs to building you that magnificent custom home. This is Michelle Harkness with Terry's Tool Belt. We are proud members of the Brock community and members of the Brock Business Connections. Check out our website at terrystoolbelt.com or give Terry a call at 817-360-6368 to see what we have to offer. Let us help you make your dream projects come to life and get rid of your honey-do list. Go Eagles!
Welcome back to Baylor's McLean Stadium here in Waco. Your final, Wimberley 32, Brock 23. And now with our final stats of the game, here's Eric Morris.
The Ryan McDonald State Farm stats of the game. In the first half, Stover, number 2, the quarterback, had 73 yards passing, 52 yards rushing. Let's turn it over to the second half. 2 yards rushing for Stover. Second half, 2 yards rushing. He had 2 completions, one for 8 yards, and then one right there at the end for 19 yards and that touchdown. So he only completed 2 balls in the second half. He only rushed for 2 yards in the second half. And that's just, what the Eagles are giving the football away on these turnover on downs inside their own territory where they got to get things done. Moody had 12 yards in the first half and hardly anything minus yards in the second half. Tutter had the 61-yard touchdown catch, and he had 17 yards rushing in the first half. The thing that was big was when Brewster came in and did the Wildcat offense and had that long 55-yard touchdown run, and that was the biggest run of the game for either team, was that 55-yard run by Zach Brewster, and he was just all over everywhere on defense, catching passes, running the ball, big on 4th down when they needed him, and that's the Ryan McDonald halftime stats for State Farm.
Brock has now played the number 3, the number 5, and the number 7 ranked teams in 4A Division II. And they had a chance to win every one of them. Jaden Winfrey awaiting to wrangle in Coach Mathis, and our Daily Grind player of the game, Zach Brewster. Here's Coach.
I got Coach.
You missed me at halftime.
I couldn't catch you.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
You good.
Man. What's your question? Want to go for it on 4th and inches? Because I believe.
I was right there with you.
Dang right. There's no way I'm having any. As I told the boy, I said, we're getting it. We're getting it. And That's how much I believe in them. That's how much I believe in them. And, you know, it's hitting where we wanted to be because we hadn't played a full game yet. You know, I don't think that we've been beat by an opponent. We've beat ourselves, you know, and we've got to grow up a little bit. We got to man up, and we got to get this type of stuff fixed. When we quit shooting ourselves in the foot, we're going to be unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. We're going to steamroll everybody in our way. You know, you look back on the night tonight, you know, the first half was awful, just awful. Second half, we played lights out for most of it. You know, and that's where we got to fix it. But I promise you this, I said it last week and I said it this week, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to go on a run and we're going to go win a district championship and then we're going to go on a run to that state championship. You know, and, you know, we've had 3 tough losses and there's no doubt in my boys. I love these guys, win or lose. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not doubting any of them and they're not doubting me. And that's what's going to make us great. We got to grow up a little bit though, and we got to get some stuff fixed. So I'm proud of them, you know, disappointed, you know, all at the same time, you know. It's just, it's football, and it ain't ever perfect. And, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it's getting close to killing me, but we're not there yet. So, man, I just appreciate all the fans coming out. It's great, you know, have an opportunity to play here and do this. So we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right, and I know that in my heart, and we're going to get back playing Brock Eagle football for a full game, and we're going to go line dudes up, and we're going to kick the crap out of them.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, Coach. Jaden, I'm not sure, did Zach Brewster already go in?
Oh, I got him right here.
Okay.
Let's see if I can grab him.
Well,
I got him right here,
our
guys.
daily grind player of the game, Jaden and Zach Brewster.
Well, Zach, talk to us about the game. First half, I know it wasn't like you wanted. You came out second half. You're playing Wildcat quarterback. You're playing fullback. You're playing defense. You guys come storming back, showed a lot of heart.
Well, the first half, I'm not sure what was going on, but we weren't. We always play, and we all had a reality check at halftime, and they were talking about someone needs to step up, and I tried to do as best as I could, and obviously y'all could tell that our quarterback hurt his ankle or knee, or I don't know what he hurt, but he hurt something in his leg, and so they needed someone to go back there and play, and I told him I would.
So I don't know if it's any of our business. Talk to us about the halftime.
Well, there's probably a lot of things y'all wouldn't know were said, but they were necessary in us coming back and putting up a fight. I mean, I feel like we played 2 quarters the way that we know how we play, then this would be a difference.
So next up, we got Gunner. We finally get to go home, get to be in front of our home crowd. Tell us about what next week looks like for you guys.
Well, we haven't watched a lot over Gunner yet, but I know from watching them, and we saw them in AT&T Stadium last year. We know Gunner. We know that they're pretty good. We know that they are good. They're a very talented team, but we're going to come out and play our game, and it'll be the first one of the season.
All right, Zach. We'll see you next week. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, Zach. We'll be right back to McLean Stadium to wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to the Brock Sports Network.
Teskey's Saddle Shop is one of the most trusted names in the Western industry, with over 100,000 square feet of bits and spurs, saddle, tack and feed, and supplies. They also have the latest Western fashion in the boutique with names such as Cinch, Wrangler, Ariat, North Face, STS, and many more. And don't forget about Teskey's Outdoors with everything from hunting gear, ammunition, scopes, and all the best in outdoor wear. Call 599-3400 or visit them online at teskeys.com.
For over 25 years, Texas Tire Sales has been the tire, wheel, and complete auto repair shop that Parker County residents turn to for fast, friendly service and top quality new and used tires at discount prices. Texas Tire Sales stocks over 10,000 tires and carries most all major brands including Toyo, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and many more. Visit Texas Tire Sales at 905 Fort Worth Highway. Buy local at Texas Tire Sales. Texans serving Texans since 1990.
Brock Eagles football presented by Brock Roofing and Construction and the Cates Group. Your final from McLean Stadium. Wimberley 32, Brock 23. And gentlemen, our final thoughts. Eric, we've been through the number 3, the number 5, and the 7th ranked team in the state of Texas in 4A Division II. You should still feel that this team is the team in 3A.
Well, I don't know what the big deal is. I'm already just concerned about how we're going to beat Mount Vernon in the semifinals and how we're going to beat Lorena or Franklin in the finals. I don't know what the big deal is. Okay, we have to play Whitesboro twice. All right, I'm ready for that game. And then let's just go do what we normally do. Probably only a couple of times have we even scheduled teams like this. You know, when we scheduled Iowa Park for a couple of years, we thought, okay, you know, they're 4A Division II. They're going to give us a good match. They didn't give us a good match. And now here they are now. They're in Division I and 3A. We tried to schedule teams that had previously been really good. We tried to schedule Bushland. We go in there and we tear them up a couple of times. I think we had to play Bushland twice that season, which that was good that we played them first because we kind of had an idea when we played them the second time. We've played decent teams in the pre-district schedule a couple of times. Probably the best team that we've ever played in the pre-district schedule was Midland Christian, I don't know, 6-7 years ago in Midland when it was 68 to 58 or something like that, if you remember that match. But other than that, we just haven't had the kind of competition where, number one, we were better than them, but number two, we couldn't put the execution of the plays, of a snap, of a passing catch, of a block, of a tackle, of a special teams. We just haven't been able to put all those things together in these last 3 games. And I think Jade would say this. I think Coach Mathis would say this. I think Bobby, you would say this. If we execute the plays we're supposed to make, we're 3-0 right now. But because these other teams were really good, we weren't able to overcome those penalties, those turnovers, those 4th and inches where we were not able to get them. A couple of times. I mean, think about this. It was 4th and inches going in for a touchdown. It was 4th and inches there at the end when we fumbled the snap. At 4th and inches, we've got to be able to get those things, and these teams probably are too good for us to try to do the wedge play. You know, trying to do the wedge play. That works on 99 teams that we would play. But not against this team today. They were just there, and you know the coach wanted to go for it on 4th and inches. Everybody on the Brock side wanted him to go for it on 4th and inches. It just didn't happen. You know, it just one of those things. But this is, and I said it in game 1. I don't care if this team is 5-5 going into the playoffs. I still would go ahead and make my reservations for the hotel when we play Mount Vernon. And then, and then the hotel we play at AT&T Stadium. I think the team is just that good, but they have to have some adversity. They have to learn how to overcome that. They didn't have adversity all last year. They didn't have adversity one time until they played in the state championship game, and that team never got to have a practice after that game. This is the first team in Brock history that's going to have a practice after an 0-2 start, after an 0-3 start. Only once before, actually twice before. Brock lost the very first UIL game they ever played to Brady. Then they lost a game, the first game of the season, to Brownwood. They've never been 0-2. They've never had 3 losses in a season, or until the state championship game. So this is something brand new, but they are in the kiln right now. The potter is working the clay. And right now they're in the kiln, and they're going to come out to be a hardened, strong team with tenacity and vigor. And they're going to, like Coach Mathis, he knows the same thing. Let's just go bust through our district. Let's bust through Region 1, and let's do what we came here to do this season.
Jaden, your final thoughts.
I visited with Mathis after we did the interview, and he just said, man, we got to put together a complete game. He said, we play a complete game, and he said, well, we come out the other side, and he said, we got to put that together, and I agree with him 100%. We go home, of course we got Gunner, but we go home, we go to familiar territory, we play a complete game, and this is going to be a winnable game next week. And we roll into district, we hit those district teams, and it's going to be like night and day compared to what we've been seeing, that's for sure.
All right, gentlemen. Another good one from Baylor tonight. McLean Stadium, your final. Wimberley 32, Brock 23. The long-awaited matchup between Gunter and Brock. We're finally home at Eagle Stadium next week. We hope you join us. Thanks for all of our sponsors. Everyone, safe travels back to Brock. You've been listening to the Brock Sports Network.